Fourth place doesn't get anything. I'm sorry.
evening, Stratford, Connecticut. It is time, and we are here for another Dent C Scrolls. However, I'm not alone, as you might expect. I have gathered quite the legend base here. And I'm going to start with someone that's always here with us. We love and enjoy. Steve of the Dead. How you feeling, my friend? Steve?
I'm still here. I'm in a lot of pain, but, still here. Not long till my operation now, so.
Well,
yeah.
We're all wishing the best for that. And I know someone that helps dealing out the pain today. But he's not going to be dealing out the pain today. He's going to be having a lot of fun with us. Goes by the name of Jaha. How you feeling today, JahaBasedGod, my friend? How you feeling?
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me, man.
It is always a legendary time to have you.
Just looking at this picture. Yeah, it's awesome.
So
there's a lot going on here, man.
Okay, so that's what we're here for. This show is where we go back in time and find out the fun times of the past. I feel like I know more about the fighting game community than most people that weren't there. Of course, if you were there, you know more than me, but I've learned so much.
Yeah, it's been a learning experience for you, hasn't it?
Yo, definitely. It's been a lot of fun. But Jaha, let's talk about what are we looking at right here? What's in this picture to get us going here?
So you can see the two big luchadors in the back, inflatables. That's because this is the 1 year that it was sponsored by Yaris.
Okay.
So that's why they were able to do like multiple tournaments that year. They did an Evo East, Evo West, and a big Evo. They just had a lot of money to blow, right? So they were doing it. So if I start all the way from the left, right? So you start with me. You see where I'm at, right?
Yeah.
That's me. I'm talking, and in our group, dude with black shirt. I can't tell who that is. Next to him is Harry Potter, and next to him that's Viscount.
Okay.
Right. Yep. So we're talking, and then and our group, the whole crew is in this area too, and you see how we're like kind of behind Phil, right? You see where Phil's at all the way on the right, right? The guy with his head down, if you look by my arm, the guy with his head down, that's our buddy Hung B.
Okay.
And back of him, that's Paul Lee. So like I could tell my crew's there. And then you see Harry Potter's the guy in the blue shirt. And you see right where his chin is or whatever, that's Mike Watson right there.
Yep. Okay.
So we're lurking.
We're
lurking, man. Because you see Phil's on the other side. We're behind him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, we were watching him the whole time because like it was Mike was like, dude, we're gonna fuck this guy up, bro, like, and I want to make sure we don't do it inside the convention or anything, because security, what's gonna happen, security's gonna rush out, break it up right away. And you get like one or two licks.
Yes.
So we were plotting. We wanted to catch him somewhere where we can really do some damage.
Yeah, and it's also safe to say that group, just so people don't know, obviously Jaha was a member of the FGC community. You are in the team of like the West Coast team, not the. I don't know how much stock was in that for you, right? Because like Phil always talks on his fucking forums about East Coast has got to step it up and all this stuff. But if that's cool. But how much were there teams then? Like, were you like, this is my crew and I care about the West Coast being the best or whatever?
It was really about that drove it is that. These older guys grew up in the 90s, I know it's not a lot of people, but the best way I could describe it, the 90s was like really rough, man.
Thanks for the membership.
I would get jacked from my bike, go to the arcade, get punched in the face, beat for quarters and stuff like that. I'm the only Korean in my town. I'm living, there's no, there was like no Koreans, it was all black people and Spanish people or whatever. Anyways. And, the code that I grew up with, growing up hard and stuff like that was if you talk shit, you better back it up. And that's it. It's just, it means just as much, the words will mean just as much as, physical contact or whatever, So, and, Phil was talking that shit to Mike, and put him, he crossed the line. And Mike was, pretty much came to me and was like, yo, we're going to fuck this guy up. And I'm like, all right, I got your back, man. Let's go. Let's fucking,
Yeah.
So we just, and then I think we already told you. So Phil, when he came to Evo West, he was staying at Viscount's house.
Yes.
Which is fucking weird because, like, Viscount is just a nice guy, because the year before was the year that they were talking about fighting each other, and it ended in the whole DX cross chop. Exactly. Yeah. So I'm just kind of trying to put everything in timeline together, because all these stories get told at different times. So the year before was that incident, and then I don't know. Do you guys want me to go into that or
no? Real quick, let me get let's set the stage a little bit here. So
real brief. Okay. Yeah. So last year, the year before this,
you go. Yeah, you go ahead.
Yeah. Viscount and DSP were talking shit, and then they were talking about setting up a fight, like 1-on-1, whatever. Jay's like, Viscount's like, let's go, and then DSP starts coming up with all these conditions and stuff, like, do 1-on-1 and it'll be a ring, and we'll do it at Evo or whatever, and all this other stuff. And Jay's like, whatever you want, dude, let's fucking go. I just want to fucking fuck you up already, right? Like, it's kind of like that. And then, but DSP's like, you know what I mean? Trying to like say all these like terms and requests and stuff for them to do the fight. Mm-hmm. And it's getting closer to the fight, because Jay's agreeing to everything, right? Yeah. And then pretty much like right before it was supposed to go down, then DSP DMs Jay and is like, hey, like, let's just act like we're gonna fight, get ready, do our entrances, all this stuff, and then right before it's about to fight, we just like do a double cross chop to the crowd, like DX. And then Jay's at that point is dead, like, because Jay's like, all right, dude, I'm not gonna do that stupid shit. This guy doesn't want to fight. I wanted to fight him for real. Like, I just wanted to fight him. He thinks, I'm something to sleep on. Yeah, he's talking shit. Anyways, so I think there was more context to it to that than why. But so then the next year is this year, and DSP asked Jay like, hey, can I stay at your place? And Jay's just like, okay, So he's staying at his place, and I don't know. Watson got word that DSP was staying at Jay's house. So we're at the hotel in San Diego, and I remember Mike was like, yo, I'll be back. And I'm like, yeah, where are you going, dog? I said, don't worry about it, man. He didn't tell nobody, just because I think if we would have known, then we would have wanted to go with them too. But he went, and he went to Jay's house, and Jay came out, and he was like, Mike, and then Mike asked him, yo, he's staying there, I'm telling him to come outside or fuck him up, whatever, but right away Jay's just like, dude, he's gonna be at the tournament, go fuck him up over there, you know what I mean? Like, don't do this shit at my house.
Like,
you know what I mean?
In my house, mate.
Yeah, don't do it at my house. He's gonna be at the tournament, man. Just fuck him up there, right? So so then Mike comes back, and then the next day, and then pretty much
wait. Let's stop you right there, because so people know. So 2005 was the year Phil got fourth at EVO, the famous fourth at EVO. That was 2005. Now we're in 2007 when this thing happens.
And I'm 25. We're 25 years old.
Yeah, 25-year-old Phil DSP. Jaha, if you don't mind, around what range? You're mid-20s too, I assume, around this time?
I'm 40. Oh, at that time? Yeah. I'm let me see, 2000. What year?
This is 2007, so mid-20s.
2007. I was hold on, let me tell you. My fucking math is terrible. Hold on.
We'll get there.
I was 20 around then. So I was like, early 20s. Like
okay, yeah. So young 20, yeah.
Like 26.
It's safe to say, because I don't think it has. I think you've said before on the other show. And that being said, you said like at this time you were kind of looking for fights, kind of in some capacity, right? You weren't against fighting, right?
I was more wild back then, but I'm more laid back and older and calmed down. But at this point, I was like the enforcer, because I mean, like, you look at me, I look like a goon. I got my tattoo, got some muscles going on, and then like I'm amongst nerds, right? Like video gamers. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of like an alpha amongst them. You know what I mean? So, I was like the enforcer, like
I feel like I'm looking at like, when you see like the Undertaker and then there's referees around it.
Yeah, like if it's like at Evos, there was people that like act up, they will call us and we'll kind of be like the security, you know what I mean? Like, so we were like the enforcers.
Okay, cool. And I also said one time Bunke said himself, they were talking about when the PS3 was coming out. Watson was talking about, I don't have the clip because it was that was literally all their mention of you. But they said Mike Watson, or was it, I think maybe it was him or John Choi said they're going to get you and go pick up the PS3 so no one will steal it from them. That's pretty funny. But it's kind of a throwaway comment. I don't know if you remember that. But anyways, real quick, before we get to the story, the one everyone wants to hear again, but because we do have new context. So what I'm going to do here is play Phil's recollection of this, which just happened last year. He told the story again. So I think it'd be fun to watch this and then get Jaha's telling of it again.
Is this from the recent React?
Yes, it is. From the Down the Rabbit Hole. This is the Down the Rabbit Hole one. Yeah. We're going to get to the... I want to finish with that Justin Wong nonsense because I think that's going to be great too. But, we have to go through this story again. If we get Jaha on, it's kind of like contractually obligated to get this story again. So before we get Jaha's side, I want to get Phil's side, the most recent side. This is from 1 year ago. This was released on 2022, May 15th. So let's get Phil's take of the incident right here. Of course, on the screen, John Choi, Mike Watson, and Valle there, which three, Jaha would say, I think they're the legends of the time at the West Coast, kind of the big names at least there on the West Coast.
Yeah, those are like top 3 Street Fighter players right there. Okay. Legends. Okay. Yeah, they're legends.
There we go. So we're not going to see that clip. We've all seen that clip. Mike Watson says DSP's a piece of shit, by the way, that kind of thing. Yeah.
You've got to get that out in YouTube.
Yes. But let's get to Phil's take.
Hold
on. Let me turn off the echo there. Hang on. We'll get there, guys. We'll get there. Chew's taking a day off here. Chew, take it easy. Okay, here we go. Chew, go.
And this is how he would answer. Okay? Now, I have history with Mike Watson. All right?
Here we go.
I'm about to lay a story on you that you guys do not know. No one knows this story. I've never told it before. This is a first for DSP Reacts, all right? Along with me being an asshole online back in the day, I used to be an alcoholic. All right? I've admitted this before that I used to drink way too much, okay? I've never really publicly talked about it in the context of Street Fighter.
Okay.
Right? I would drink way too much.
He's saying this while he's drunk.
Out of control, and I would do things and say things online that either I regretted or sometimes I didn't even remember happened. Okay?
Oh, didn't remember.
There were people who I actually outright insulted, had giant conversations with, and then after the fact, like a day later, they'd be so pissed at me. I'm like, what are you so angry about? They'd be like, why the fuck did you do that last night? I'd be like, what are you talking about? And then they would send me the log. And I'd be like, I'm really sorry. Holy fuck, I did that. There it is.
I woke up and IRC was turned off.
Yeah, that another thing. He said that before, Jaha. He said on the fucking Altruism radio, he said like many times he would be on the radio show, wake up and notice that, he said shit. He didn't know what he said. He turned off IRC and stuff. It was just, he blames everything on alcohol.
So how would you diagnose that, Steve? Is like blackout typing, like, pretty much. That's pretty much what he's saying, right? Like he's like, you get blackout drunk and you don't remember anything, but he was typing though, right? What is that?
I want to diagnose it as bullshit, but I'm the sort of person who has occasionally blacked out, and I'm also a bit of a grammar Nazi, and my brother once showed me a message I'd sent him while I was completely gone, and I misspelt a word in it, and I immediately sent a correction. So it is possible if you're like neurotic enough to care about spelling to be able to do it. But I think in Phil's case, it's more of a case of, look, I don't want to be held responsible for my actions.
Yeah, he was talking shit on IRC. He said, I don't know, he blacked out on IRC.
And remember, though, real quick, what a story no one forget. Remember he said, when Howard said Phil would send him messages at 3 a.m. after he's drinking all that gin, he said they were incoherent. So I'm not sure Phil has that capability of you, Steve, of writing correct grammar when you're passed out fucking drunk. But anyways, let's get back to the story here.
Evidence, right? And this was a running thing with me back in the day. This is not like a one-time thing. Okay. I was pretty bad at one point in my life where I would drink and I would just do online shit that I didn't even remember and I didn't control myself, and it was very unfortunate that I did it. And now I can look back and say, wow, I'm a way more well-adjusted individual, right? But I'm really
what a hero.
upset at how I used to be to certain people. There were certain people who I trolled for no good reason, who I really, really hammered in. Like there was this guy called Shady K, who was a Marvel vs. Capcom 2 player.
All right, so Watson, what's your take on Shady K?
Okay.
Shady K.
Well, first of all, like just hearing this is pretty much, but you just have to translate what Phil's bullshit, and he's pretty much just saying, I used to talk shit and I learned my lesson and now I don't talk shit anymore. But it's just like, I don't know. That's pretty much the reality of what happened. But it's funny how you just gotta like translate it through fucking DSP fucking talk or whatever the fuck he says. But
also, I've seen it mentioned in chat, so I should briefly mention that, being blackout drunk doesn't actually absolve you of responsibility for you.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, good point.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We do punish drunk drivers.
I'm just trying to like put some fucking like truth to whatever the fuck he's saying, his lie, and trying to make it real in my mind is just fucking so stupid. But yeah, so guys, Shady K was before the whole Evo West thing.
Yeah.
So that was in the year like 2001 in LA. Yep. And him and Shady K and Phil were talking shit to each other. And I think Phil liked his girlfriend at the time.
Yes, real quick, let me tell you, Taco Chan. Taco Chan is a hero. Is a hero on our channels, Jaha, because we played that part where it's just people ragging on Phil about Taco Chan on the forums, and like apparently, and I talked to Taco Chan, Jaha. I talked to her.
Yeah.
And she said
anybody you want, man, I got you, bro.
He was following her around. He was following him. He was following her around, and she said it wasn't like, got to get the security involved, but she said it was incessantly
like
creepy.
Creepy.
Yeah.
Like creepy, just following around, watching her play and shit, probably standing over her fucking shoulder.
Going, babe,
just being a
just being a weirdo.
Did you have her on the show, or you just talked to her?
She didn't want to do that. But she did answer my question on DM, but she was very nice, and that's what we have an emo for. She's a legend around these parts for sure.
Yeah. No, she's good people. So I know Taco Chan. Me and her go way back. So Shady K and Taco Chan were dating or together at the time. Phil was jealous of that, so he was talking mad shit to Shady K. So they were like, okay, well, when you get to Evo, we'll do a 1st to 10, and then they stopped the tournament, and then they did like the first match on the big screen, and Shady K won. And then the Cannon Brothers were like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, we got to like stay on the schedule, get the shit off. Like, we're going to continue the tournament. So the rest of the 1st to 10, race to 10 didn't happen. Mm-hmm. And so Shady K only won one game. So it was like, you figured it's like canceled or whatever, null and void. But then we catch him outside. And DSP's with he's with 3 other white guys. It might have been like John Rambo or somebody. I remember there was like a tall, skinny.
Okay, it could be Howard.
White nerdy. I don't know.
Could be Rambo. Yeah.
Could have been Rambo. Yeah. No, it didn't. It could have been Rambo. I'm not sure. But but I'm there with like double the amount of people. Half of them are like my boys that I know. Will fight if they need to. Other half are like people that just want to watch. Like other gamers from New York and this and that. And so I have my Kaboom box. I don't know if you know what the JVC Kaboom box is.
Yeah.
But it's a big speaker box, and I used to wear it on my shoulder, and I walk around a tournament and I'll blast music and stuff like that. I was kind of a goon, you know what I mean? So from the streets of New York, that's how we used to roll, but I was just a little more extreme. But anyways, so I start stepping up to DSP, and I'm like, yo, you fucking, you lost one match, and that money match was supposed to be for $100. You better fucking pay my boy $10, dude, or I'm gonna fuck you up, and I'm like fucking acting like I'm gonna, throw the fucking boombox in his face and making him flinch and stuff like that. Uh-huh. And you know what? Also, guys, somebody was camcording that. Somebody had a camcorder.
So there's footage potentially out there.
Yeah. There's a videotape. So unless it probably got dubbed over, destroyed by now. But I mean, somebody was recording that too. I remember, and I didn't care. I was doing it, so I was fucking playing them even more for the camera, just like kind of scaring them. You know what I mean? Jumping at them, and pretty much until, and then we started even threatening his boys and following them, and they were like, yo, just pay him $10 already, man, this and that, like, and then he finally did, and he just paid him $10, and then what do you call it, and then we let him go.
Okay, so that's some good Shady K lore there. So Shady K was the one, guys, that Taco Chan was with when Phil knew 100%. He was with her. Shady K was with Taco Chan. He did not care. Tried to get with her anyway. That's the key point here. But let's see what Phil says about Shady K. Let's go.
And for some reason, I can't even really remember the specific reason. It might have been, I mean, as serious as stupid as it sounds, it might have been over a girl or something. Who
Oh,
knows?
look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, what a fucking asshole.
Doesn't remember.
What?
See?
He doesn't remember it. What a douchebag. It might be about a girl. I don't even know, you guys. And by the way, Jaha, we've flooded his chat with people named Taco Chan, and of course they get banned. Any mention gets banned, they're out of there.
He knows. He knows that
He
name.
knows.
For some reason, I can't even really remember the specific reason. It might have been, I mean, as serious as stupid as it sounds, it might have been over a girl or something.
Oh,
Who knows,
yeah.
right?
Who knows?
I hated on the guy
remember.
so badly. I would constantly threaten him and do fucked up stuff, and I would make a joke out of it. I would drink and then do fucked up stuff, okay? Now, to bring this back full circle to this, at one point, all right, I don't even remember when this happened, but as I told you guys, I was an internet troll. I would troll the fuck out of these guys online. I'm the best player. I'm the best Super Turbo player. I played the best that year.
That's not really
that's
what you
trolling.
were saying. Much worse than that, motherfucker. We read way worse than that. But all right, we'll show some forums later, guys. Don't worry. We'll show some examples for you.
So
if anyone's
apparently
new
one
here.
night, all right, I got so drunk that I actually just completely destroyed Mike Watson in an IRC chat. Okay, MIRC is an old chat client everyone used to use to talk about Street Fighter online. Like,
Thanks, Phil.
I was on it.
Thanks, Phil. I didn't know what that was.
From what I don't understand, I don't know the actual context. I haven't seen the logs, but apparently I was like, haha, you old man.
Yeah, I want to ask you real quick, Jaha. There's no way to get those logs, IRC logs, right? They're gone forever, right? Is there any way to get them back?
Yeah, that's way. I mean, I can ask, but that's going way back. I don't know if people keep that. People keep SRK. So some people archive like Shoryuken.com forum logs, but
yeah, I got all that.
IRC, I think is too much, man. But
yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
Didn't you have
I
to do
doubt
it
it.
manually on IRC? Because I remember MSN Messenger, you had to download like a plugin or an extension to get it to record you.
Yeah.
But we moved servers a lot of times too.
Oh,
So
yeah, that goes
like the
back.
channel stayed
Oh, yeah.
alive, but like I think honestly the only person that might have something like that would be Mr. Wizard, because he used to run that channel for like the longest time.
Might be worth. I see some people asking about
Lost
Monkey
Media.
Spank, and Monkey Spank, guys, was pre-SRK even. That was the AOL message boards that he got called.
Yeah.
Monkey
He
Spank.
hated that.
So I'm not sure Jaha would know, but yeah, Phil was called Monkey Spank even before he was on SRK. So there you go.
I beat your ass, and you suck ass.
My favorite
and you think you're
one,
So good,
very
but you're just an
briefly.
old
Very
Yeah, go
briefly
ahead,
was
Steve. Yeah, please.
The whole rant. He had a massive rant about like doing well, but not like he ended up losing a match, but he lost by pixels,
Yeah,
And he goes, "No one will ever dare call me Monkey Spank again unless it's in a joking fashion." And then like the next post underneath was, "Shut up, Monkey Spank."
People just clowning him constantly. But
It was fucking great.
all right, let's go. We learned what
I
he's
don't know the actual context. I haven't seen the logs.
Right,
but apparently
right.
I was like,
I don't remember
haha,
anything.
you old man, I beat your ass, and you suck
Yeah,
ass,
sure
and
you
you're
were.
so good, but you're just an old crotchety dude, and you can't play anymore.
Oh,
I
yeah.
basically like
Sure,
was
like
really
such a
talk shit
troll.
to the guy while I was drunk. All right, to the point where he got so upset that he actually private messaged me, and he's like, dude, I'm gonna come beat your ass. Like I'm so angry at you that I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna fuck you up. All right.
All right.
Now at that point, I think I reacted. I was like, why don't you come find me? Here's my address. And I actually
Yeah, he talked
gave
more
him my
shit
real
after
life
that.
feed.
That's when Mike was like, "Yo, we're really fucking this guy up, dude." Like after he replied like that.
Okay, so
you know what
Mike,
I mean? Because Mike, honestly, if he would right there, if he would have backed off, like, okay, hey, I'm sorry, Mike, I was out of line that night, I was drunk, whatever he says, then Mike, it would have got squashed right there. But but when he came back and talked more shit, we're like, yeah, come find me, let's go. You know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna do? You're not gonna do nothing. That's when, fucking Mike was like, yo, we're really fucking this guy up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care what you are, but if you say "come find me," it's like, all right, you clearly want this, man. You want
he was really
this.
asking for it after
Yeah,
that.
that's like, all right, I guess you really want this. All right.
This is to me one of those moments where life is teaching you a lesson. And it's like the moment you get that message saying, "Dude, I'm gonna come and fuck you up," that's life teaching you a lesson right here, right now. You could go one of two ways, and Phil went the way that you probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
Most people would be like, "Oh shit, I fucked up. I'm sorry, man. I was drunk. It's my bad. I'm really sorry." But no, he goes, right, we'll fucking bring it, mate. The lesson goes flying over his head.
Here's my address, motherfucker. All right, I'm coming then.
Yeah.
Fucking syllabus out the window.
That's what's great about the fighting game community, because like, you know, you can talk shit behind the fucking, you know, the forums, this and that, but everybody wants to go to Evo, you know.
Yeah.
And
Thanks for the membership.
You got to come out from behind the keyboard and, you know, show up at the tournament in person. So
Yeah.
that's where receipts get met.
You expect a bit of shit talking. It's a competitive atmosphere, isn't it? Like, we make shit talk each other all the time.
It is, so, you know.
Yeah. But, you know, end of the day, we're sat next to each other, so we're not, like, actually being a prick like Phil was. So.
Yeah, I never guess that's serious. It's competitive and there's rivalries and stuff, but yeah, I never gets, you know, that crazy.
No,
but there's always one in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Phil says, here's my address. Come
Maybe we'll
find
see
me.
some
All
people
right,
back.
motherfucker. Big ups, Chris Dorner. Remember legend,
This is a
dude.
huge bomb.
This is awesome.
Okay? That's how crazy stupid I was back in the day. So, apparently this continued to escalate. The thing was, I didn't really remember what I had said or done, but people were like, dude, just so you know, Phil, if you go
Removing
to like
accountability.
Mike Watson's at
Yep.
this year, this was 2007, all right? Like, dude, if you go to a tournament that Mike Watson's at, he's telling everyone he's actually going to beat your ass. Like, he's so angry with you with what you said. He's gonna fuck you up. He's telling everyone behind the scenes, expect that Dark Side Phil's gonna come black bloody. Like he's doing all this. And I was like, you know what? At that point in my life, I was kind of messed up in the head. Like I told you, I was an alcoholic. I didn't really care about anything. I had this happy-go-lucky attitude where it's kind of like, I don't care. Let him do what he wants to try. If we fight, we fight. I don't care. All right? So, I'm about to tell you a story I never told anybody.
All right, here we finally get to it. If we're going to fight, we're going to fight. Here we go.
Fight.
I went to an Evo qualifier in 2007 that was on the West Coast. It was held in
That's the picture we showed up here, guys. This is what he's talking about.
Yeah, this is Evo West. Yeah.
California. It was the same place where they were holding.
Thanks for the membership.
San Diego Comic-Con. And in fact, the
Steve.
finals were held at San
I
Diego
don't like that
Comic-Con,
picture.
All right? So I went to this tournament, and I was playing in it, and I was kicking ass. I was doing really well.
Kicking ass.
All right? Well, one day, I think it was the second day of competition, I qualified to basically be like, now it wasn't the finals yet, but it was like the semifinals. So the next day I was going to play top players like Mike Watson and all of them. Okay. So, basically I played, I did really well, and I was framed. All right.
All right. So now we're going to hear how he was framed for a crime. All right. All right. Hang on for the framing story. How was he framed?
Not framed. I was set up. That's what
set up. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, we're
People
the fucking mafia.
Yeah, mafia, West Coast
We pay
mafia.
people off. Yeah, we pay
Here we
people
go.
off. And...
You sold me out, fist cunt.
Pretending to kind of be friendly with me, and led me into a trap with Mike Watson and Jaha. Jaha, for those who don't know,
Uh-oh.
infamous in the
Oh,
street.
I like this. I like you get the little sound
It's
effect.
a fucking-
And led me into a trap with Mike Watson and Jaha. Jaha, for those who don't know, infamous in the Street Fighter community for being a big, muscly Asian guy. I forget if he's Vietnamese or not, but he's a former
Vietnamese or
Marine,
not.
I believe.
Former
And
Marine.
a lot of people know.
That's true, by the way, right? You're former Marine.
No
Yeah.
such thing as former Marine.
You're
It's
always
a Marine.
Yes,
Once a
excuse
Marine,
me.
always a Marine.
Excuse
yeah,
me,
but
excuse
yeah,
me.
I was in the Marines. That's right. But I'm
Much
not
respect.
Vietnamese. I'm Korean.
There we go. Much respect.
Born in
Because He makes a
America.
lot of threats, and he's done a lot of unsavory things. In this day, I believe people don't like him anymore, and he's basically kind of been like blacklisted from the community for physical altercations.
Okay, so I have to ask about this. What have you?
Yeah.
What, were you blacklisted from the community, and what unsavory things did you do, Jaha? Please answer for this.
You know, I don't know where he's getting this from because I'm not. Like,
Yeah,
I've
I don't think so
never-
either. Yeah, I look
I'm
myself.
not.
you're
Like,
not.
I'm cool with all the tournament organizers. I can go to any tournament I want. Like, I just choose not to because it's just a lot of trouble and, you know, I don't really. I don't know. It's just I don't really enjoy them, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Too much, you know, just for like to go on a flight, get a room, this and that, when you can do something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
that's just
yeah.
my personal opinion. But no, I don't know what he's talking about. Unsavory things. Like, you know, around this time, I was like, you know, pretty popular in the FGC too, because FGC was like exploding and I was one of the core members. and old school members. And you know, I was in the group of the high people, you know, running the stuff with like the Cannon Brothers, I'm hanging out with, you know, Alex Valle, you know, I'm like hanging out with the cool kids, man, on the West Coast.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like to me too. Yeah,
that's what it's like, you know. So, but yeah, I don't know what he's talking about, dude. He's making. I never did it. The only thing that I've done was around 09 when I was commentating. You know, I would say like really off the cuff, crazy stuff, but it's on somebody else's stream. And, you know, people are trying to get sponsored, this and that. And Jaha is over here saying crazy stuff, like get him off the commentary. But that's about it. That's about it, dude.
Oh, I do gotta ask, because this one thing, you might be happy it's not there anymore, but we all did cringe shit. But one thing everyone said on this fucking SRK is that the Pimpology thread was a thing of legend. Now, unfortunately, the Pimpology thread is gone. But can you tell us what was in that Pimpology thread? Because we can't see it anymore, sadly.
Yeah. Pimpology thread was just kind of like a thread I started just to kind of help guys pick up girls.
Okay.
And like what to do, you know, and how to talk to them, or just give them dating advice. Or sometimes guys will go in there and just show off, you know. I did have a whole bunch of pictures of like me with different girls and stuff in there. Okay. So I guess other people would share that stuff, and it was just that you know, kind of thread, you know, like just enough. Talking about girls and picking up, or just trying to help guys, you know, give them dating advice or what to do, things like that. Just things like that. But as far as like unsavory things, okay, now if I go back before that, the only thing I could think of is I used to throw people in the pool at Golfland, but I mean, that's pretty harmless, you know.
Yeah, that's harmless.
You
that's
know,
harmless. That's
like
harmless.
it's one of those is on YouTube if you want to pull it up, but
oh shit, Jaha throwing someone in the pool.
Yeah, it's actually Bronson, the guy that you talked to.
Yeah, okay.
He was talking shit to me, so then he was like, "What are you gonna do? You know, I'm not scared of you." And I'm like, I'm like looking at him like, yeah, he's too small for me to fuck up. So I just pick him up and I body slam him into the fountain at the Golfland place.
Well, I wouldn't, you know it. I have the link.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
That was quick.
First class. All right, here we go. In the pool. Still carrying him.
It's a long walk. I was gonna turn.
Jesus. There we go. That's some history you didn't think we'd get into today. There you go.
Yeah, so I meant business, man. So there's a few people, if they, you know, talk shit or something like that, I'll throw them in the pool.
It's like, then that's it, isn't it? They've taken the licks and
that's kind of
you're done now. Yeah,
very chill way to do it. Yeah.
Whereas this.
All right, so let's go back to what year was that? Do you remember what year round was that?
They'll probably run like 2000, 2001.
Oh yeah, that's super. This is 7.
Yeah, based on that like video quality.
Updated on 2000, uploaded on 2006.
Yeah, it was before YouTube existed.
Before that, yeah.
Everyone in the comments, by the way, is praising Jaha for this. By the way,
they enjoyed
Jaha, base Jaha.
The British Bulldog slam right there.
Nice.
Yeah, it was running power slam. It was pretty.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
But no, because the place is inside the arcade, so he was talking shit in the arcade. So I had to carry him outside the arcade and take him to the miniature golf course, and then find the hole that has the pool, and then dunk him there. That's why it was a long walk.
That's a long trip.
Yeah.
Here we go. So that's the unsavory act that Jaha's done. That's not that unsavory, and you're definitely not blacklisted, but let's see what else he says.
And he's done a lot of unsavory things. In this day, I believe people don't like him anymore, and he's basically kind of been like blacklisted from the community for physical altercations at Street Fighter events. All right. But back in the day, he was known as kind of the tough guy of the Street Fighter community.
Oh, tough guy.
Right? So I was set up that I was walking into a parking lot, and all of a sudden there's Jaha and Mike Watson in my face.
Well, how's the setup? Well, he didn't explain the setup. He just said all of a sudden I was walking in a parking lot.
The whole setup is that we were watching him and waiting for him to leave, and then we're like, we're gonna catch him outside where there's no cameras, no security. So he left, and then once you leave, you got to go into this parking complex that spirals up, and that's where we caught him, inside the parking lot.
Okay.
That's all that was. Yeah.
That's some elaborate setup, as he says, but let's go.
And
Yeah, I know. It's not like you were waiting there, like
Yeah.
someone was leading. Because like the way he's describing it makes me think of like that scene in Jurassic Park with the Velociraptors.
Yeah. They gotta go to the side. Yeah, clever girl. Yeah.
That's the sort of impression I'm getting here. Phil's being led down an alleyway, like you're on one side, Mike's on the other, and you're like both sides in a pincer movement. Like,
yeah, that's what he made you seem like. He wanted to show like it was a fucking trap. You heard him say that, right? Like, it's like, but doesn't seem like that so far. But all right.
Ha, we finally got you. Who the fuck do you think you are, you piece of shit, to talk shit online? That's it. We're gonna fuck you up. All right.
Okay, so first comment come from Phil. What you guys said. Hey, stop saying shit. You're gonna fuck you up. How accurate is that? Obviously, I'm not expecting you to remember everything, but what kind of was the first thing you start saying? Like, now it's time. What did you say? You tell me, Jaha.
Well, I'm sorry. Well, I'm pretty sure it was Watson. Getting up in his face, right? Fucking the way you talking shit. Talk that shit now.
Yeah.
Fucking Watson. Remember everything he says. He doesn't forget. And he's like, say that shit now. And and then just Phil's just backing off. Like, look, man, I'm sorry. Like, I was drunk. I didn't know what I was saying. He just kept on going. And, till he was crying. And that's when Watson's like, dude, I can't fuck this guy up anymore. Dude, he's fucking crying. And I remember, Watson telling him specifically, it's like, dude, from here on out, like, your name does not come out of my mouth. Like, if I hear it, you're fucking, dude, you're dead,
Yeah.
And for many years, bro, he really did never say anything, like, not even say our names. I think, remember, there might have been a time around his Street Fighter 4 or after that, he was streaming, and then Afro Cole came in. He said, oh, hey, Cole, what's up? And he's talking to him in chat, and then I say what's up to him too, and he doesn't say nothing. I gave him a Prime sub, and then he says nothing. And I didn't I didn't get no shout out, nothing. I'm like, oh, did I miss it or something? But it's like it really was like a long time before he actually told this story.
It took a long fucking time.
Yeah. So now he really feels like it's so long ago. He's in a safe zone, and he needs to make some content or whatever that he's talking about it. But for the longest time, he stayed muted about, like, you never heard him talk, like, even say my name, until like maybe recently. But for this whole time,
you're in the same club as John Rambo and Howard.
Yeah, all his old friends.
Years and years and years of silence, and then it's like right now.
And Dave is about telling stories and everything that he remembers and all these stories and shit. Whatever story you can remember, he fucking loves it. But that one, he kept that one in the fucking locker for a while, dude.
Oh, definitely. All right, let's hear what he says.
I'm going to tell you the entire truthful story, because the story...
All right, he's going to tell us the entire truthful story. X to doubt.
Spun a lot of different ways. All right? At that point, I was staring right at Mike Watson, and I'm like, dude, I'm
already doubting that. I'm doubting that already. I bet he's looking at the floor, but all right.
Yeah.
Honestly, I actually have no idea what I said to you, because I just have no recollection. And he's like,
no, that's believable, Jaha. That comment right there is believable. He might have been saying something like that. Hey, I don't remember what I said, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, he was backpedaling. He was backpedaling, like, of course, on everything, because he didn't want to get his fucking ass kicked, dude. He feels like he's by himself. Like, Bronson said he was there. He was watching.
Yeah.
He was walking with Viscount. And, gosh, man, I forgot. Dude, I'd love to hear Viscount, his side of the story, because he was like, when him and Viscount were walking, Viscount told me, and then we were all walking behind them in the parking lot, and then we were walking up to him faster, right? and then DSP starts like, they both start, DSP starts like walking faster, and they finally get to the car, and that's when we catch them. And then DSP says to Viscount, he's like, hey, what are we gonna do? And then Viscount says, I'm not going to do nothing. They're after you.
That's the best. Yeah. That's the best.
Oh, fucking Jay, dude. He's so funny,
Yeah,
man.
Jay's,
Because it
by
had
the way,
nothing to do with him. Yeah,
Jay said he
had
wants to be on the show. Just the schedule hasn't worked out so far. But yeah, Jay's definitely down for coming to the show.
You got to
sometime.
work around
cool.
his
Yeah,
schedule
yeah.
because
Yeah,
he's on the
definitely.
West Coast and he's really
Yeah.
busy doing volunteer work and 2 jobs and stuff. He's
Yeah,
a busy dude.
He's a legend.
But
we'll get him.
But
on
he was
sometime.
there. That was funny when he said. But I'm sorry. But yeah, that's I don't know where he's just trying to save his shred of pride or something like that, man. 'Cause-
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
he's
like you're
protecting
Go
his
ahead, Steve.
ego. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
protecting his ego. Yeah, he needs to reframe it.
Yeah.
Like, oh well, actually, I was facing up to it like a man. I was ready
Oh.
to take my beating.
Like, why do you mention that, right? Like, yeah, why is that
Okay,
part of the story?
Here we go.
Full of shit. He's like, I don't believe you. You're, I'm gonna beat your ass. And I was like, no. I put my hands behind my back like this.
All right, so Jaha,
You gotta do what
I'm
you
going
gotta
to
do.
be.
this is an action that you that
road.
I think that's an action you would remember, Jaha.
Dude, I do
did
not
that action
recall that,
happen?
man. He did not dare Mike to fucking hit him because Mike wanted to fuck him up, dude. It was no, dude.
Yeah, okay.
I don't remember. I'll double confirm with Mike, but no, dude. He did not dare, Mike, or give him an opening to hit him because he would have, dude. Like any of us would have.
Yeah. So he,
No.
Taking the pacifist route, isn't he?
Yeah.
Taking the sort of like, okay,
Like maybe when he
I
was
will...
pleading with Mike, he had his hands behind his back, but he didn't do some kind of setup where like, hey, I'm here if you want to hit me,
yeah, like it's holding
No,
it for a
he's
while.
not that brave. No,
That's what he's
come on,
saying
Dave.
now. He's got.
You're not
and,
that brave, buddy.
Like Steve said, he's trying to be. I want to be peaceful here, guys. If you want to take this to the next level, you want to go there, fine. All right, like just try.
Totally holier than thou shit. I mean, he's literally turning the other cheek in it.
Yeah.
Literally, I will not strike you back.
It's like, come on, man. All right, that's
It's a Roman Catholic upbringing in it.
here we
Hands
go.
behind my back like this.
Okay.
And I said, you got to do what you got to do. If you feel like it's gonna make you feel better,
No.
then go ahead. I guess I deserve it. And he's like, well, I don't understand then. Why did you say those things? And I was like, dude, I'm an alcoholic. And I admitted it right there. I was like, I'm an alcoholic. I drink.
So that
Okay,
Jaha,
fast forward
yeah.
to this part. I think this is where he gets back to what's what kind of really happened.
Okay,
'Cause then he
okay.
started crying,
Much-
right?
Oh shit! Here we
He's
go.
just like
All the
adding
time.
things.
And I just can't control myself when I do it. And at that point, I actually started crying because I felt so bad about everything that I had done and how stupid I was as a
Yeah,
person.
sure, Dave.
That I thought it was okay to just fuck with people online and be a really nasty person to people online in general.
Right.
Oh yeah, so
No.
it seems
That
like a sort of lesson you should learn, really, doesn't it?
Just kind of broke
But I
down
mean, like-
right in front of him.
Very briefly again.
Yeah.
I like the idea here that he is going, oh, I felt really bad about this. And it's like, well, yeah, you fucking should. This is the consequences of your actions catching up to you.
Yep.
That feeling bad is part of it.
How stupid is his audience that they believe him that he was crying, but it was because he was about to get his ass beat, not because he felt bad.
Oh,
that
yeah,
he
yeah.
Got these people so angry with his words behind IRC when he was blackout drunk.
Apparently,
Fuck.
supposedly, yeah. So, obviously you've already said there was crying involved.
Yeah,
what-
but it was because he didn't want to get his ass beat. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
because of this other shit. Like, come on, dude.
No, like, this is the moment when I realized how far my life has fallen.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not that.
Yeah,
Come on,
like
dude.
he felt alone because the person he was walking with was just like giving him a ride. That's it. He wasn't there to defend him. And then another guy's there to watch, and then there's like me, Mike. I think Don was there, and so there's maybe like it feels like maybe like 5 people around you, and you're by yourself. So,
Yeah, it's not a
Just,
fun place to be. But again,
yeah,
he's only
like,
only
he was
there because of him.
cowering.
He's only there for his
it's his own
fault.
fault.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get it's a scary place, but
yeah. So that's why he was crying, because he was scared, man. It was like
All right,
anyways.
let's see what happens
Go ahead,
next. His
yeah.
hands are still behind his back now. Apparently, look at it, still holding his hand behind his back.
He's still handcuffed.
Like the hostage
Yeah,
position.
he's handcuffed and set up.
Being read his Miranda rights.
Yeah. Play. man.
Basically, he believed me, and he was like, all right, well, I'm just going to tell you right now, don't ever do this shit ever again, because if you do, you're going to get your ass beat. All right.
And that's what you just told us too, Jaha. That did happen. I mean, the words might have been different,
don't
but
ever say my name, like my name, Jaha. Any of these, you hear our fucking like never come out of your mouth.
Okay,
if it does, you're fucking, dead.
And that's kind of where we left it. And the next day, funny enough.
Oh, now Phil has to take his victory lap after after saying he crying in front of other people. Other should be what's the word I'm looking for? Should be fellow competitors in this game. He cried in front of them because he was so scared. Now he's got to take a victory lap. Sounds good.
Who I had to play in tournament. Mike fucking Watson. I had to play him. Now, you can just imagine.
Wasn't it, Phil?
All right. I have to play this guy in tournament the day after he was going to beat my ass. And I had to admit to him.
Until you cried, right? Let's not get twisted. He didn't beat trash because you cried, motherfucker.
It's like at this point, maybe you should try, being nice.
No.
All right, Mike, how you doing?
The reason that I was such an asshole is because I was an alcoholic, right? He was the only person I'd ever admitted this to in my life. My parents didn't even know. Okay? So.
Well, technically, he admitted it to everyone that was there. He admitted it to like 5 other people.
Yeah, if you were all there. Yeah, definitely. And I want to bring that up, Jaha, because I don't want to jump around too much. But like clearly I don't know if it was from this point, but you make fun of Phil for being an alcoholic a few times after this. Like you you could definitely tell you remember that point, and you stung him with that a few times. Like then it was kind of like I think everyone kind of knew he was an alcoholic at that point. It seems like to me reading the forums, but what do you think about that?
He was a big drinker. Like if you're talking about like his condo days, stuff like that. Yeah, those guys used to fucking just drink over there. Act like a fucking like a frat house kind of.
Okay,
Get a bunch of gamers come over, fucking drink a lot. But I mean, I don't really remember him saying like I'm an alcoholic, this and that. I remember him saying like he was drunk and he doesn't remember like being fucked up. You know what I mean? Because I don't think he used term alcoholic back then. He was just say that he's drunk all the time. Whether he's acting up on Bunkay show or IRC or SRK, he was always blaming on being drunk. Whenever it catches up to him, But other than that, he would never backpedal. It
comes later.
It was only because we needed to, like we would fucking, because that's why he was hated. Nobody liked him because all you do is just be a fucking hater, like just hate on people. Like people will be like Justin Wong is a good player. He's a nice guy. There's no reason to hate on him, but then DSP will find a reason to hate on him. The Cannon Brothers, bro, they're fucking awesome guys, bro.
We're getting in
We've
that.
Seen posts.
Yeah,
we've seen posts.
But just anybody, like you could be, I don't know, somebody that's loved by everybody, but he'll find a reason to hate on him.
Because they're too good. The cope is so strong with him. Like anytime he's, Justin Wong is loved by fucking everybody. Like I don't know anyone that fucking hates him at all now, And Phil can't handle that. He cannot handle that. That's the worst. Like that's the part that hurts the most, almost. Because how much we've seen from him, all those fucking times on Alpha from Radio, he's never equal. It's never peers. It's like Phil's kind of there, and everyone's like, oh, okay, yep, DSP's here. What's up, man? And then it's just like he's gonna spout bullshit. From those things we've heard. It's all he does is spout bullshit and trying to cause drama,
I think Steve really, knows, could see right through it, that it's when he knows inside that he's hated.
Yeah.
So when people are liked, this type of adverse, response he has towards it. I'm not sure if there's a term for that or whatnot, but
he has like sort of like, it's envious, isn't it? It's jealousy. He's very much like, that should be me. I should be getting that thing as well. I'm a fighting game player. I'm a YouTuber just like Justin Wong. I should be getting the same level of respect. Or, I've been here longer. I've had a YouTube channel longer. I should be getting more respect. It's a bit of entitlement in there as well. Bit of insecurity because of like, I'm not getting these things. Why am I not getting these things? Because deep down he knows. So
I hate to get off track with it, but DSP could have been like as big or bigger than Maximilian.
Oh yeah.
Like we know that, right?
Yeah.
But like imagine, here's your fucking lotto ticket, you won, but you still managed to fuck it up. And this is what we get. This guy in his fucking golden black vest. Stretched out fucking sleeves because the shirt's fucking 10 years old. You know what I mean?
It looks like a waistcoat.
Yeah.
It really annoys me because it doesn't look like a vest. That it looks like a waistcoat. But yeah, we've seen across like loads of posts. People will acknowledge that he's good at Super Turbo, he's good at Street Fighter. But I think my favorite one was one we found recently that was like he's got talent, but he lacks like the discipline.
Yeah,
patience.
Do you know that
he pissed away opportunity? Like you know what I mean? Yeah. Like he had the opportunity and he could have ran with it, and he could have been, huge. I'm not gonna deny it. You know what I mean? Like Maximilian, would just do like cheesy cosplay videos or whatever, and it cost too much money. He couldn't afford it. Started going through some hardship. Then went to game streaming, and then the rest is history. But he played the game right. And
he adapted though. That's the thing.
Yeah,
he adapted. He
right?
always adapted. Phil can't adapt.
Same thing. DSP did Project 7, cheesy cosplay stuff. Same thing, right? And then he's at the peak of his game, making tons of money, all this other stuff, and then manages to fuck it up. Yeah. And he's like, I don't know. It's just hard. It's hard to say he's like anything because fucking that's why he's like a specimen. But
that's why we're here, because it's so interesting. All these crazy things coming together to be here. But that's we said the key word. Maximilian dude changed with the times, and also is very entertaining individual that's very likable. And those are all things that we can't check off the DSP box. All those things: likability, drive. Being a little flexible. All those things are fucking gone. So. All right, this is almost done. Let's get to the final words here.
In the tournament, I'm like, oh boy, how's this gonna go? Right? Holy shit!
Right? Holy shit!
Favorite part of the story.
I pick DJ. Now, most people know that DJ is actually one of my competitive characters who I use in Super Turbo, but he's known as a mid-tier character. That means he's not a high-level tournament.
I mean, half the world knows that, right? That's
Who doesn't know that?
Who doesn't know that?
Thanks, Dave.
Mike Watson picked his main character, Balrog. Okay?
Balrog.
I beat him.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Convincingly. It wasn't close. I basically
what a legend, dude.
Beat him. And you could see how fucking upset he was when I beat him in the tournament. You could tell he really wanted to destroy me, but he obviously wasn't going to. I had apologized to him. I had admitted to him. Well,
tears still coming down your face. Great win, bro.
So I think this translated was like, hey, I beat him. I was scared he was going to beat my ass because of yesterday and how mad he was.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
I
think that's a safe translation.
I was scared shitless. He was going to kick my ass. Yeah.
And I think he was going to beat my ass after I beat him, but he didn't.
Yes, that was a great.
This is a win
translation.
For me. That's the way he's twisting it. It's a win for me because it's like I avoided a beating, plus I won the match.
Maybe we'll see some people drop some member bombs.
Yeah, but I think he's clearly saying he was scared shitless. He's pretty much telling us that.
This is a huge bomb.
Oh, thank you, Iviga.
You're a legend, dude. Thanks so much, man. So
love that guy.
I want to definitely get to. I think Phil's done with it. Let me make sure. Oh shit!
And basically, at that point, I think it was kind of like, not that he certainly didn't like me, but I almost feel like it was respect because he knew that I was admitted, and not to try to do something or fight him, but to admit that I was wrong and that I was fucked up. And
So, do you feel Mike had a feeling? It's something that I know you talked to behind the scenes about this back then, and who knows how recently. But do you think Mike had Phil had Mike's respect at this point? That's what Phil's saying.
No, man. After fucking this guy got a win. In a fucking bootleg version of Street Fighter, Mike Watson's like, dude, play me on a fucking cabinet, any amount of fucking money, dude, like whatever. And this guy would be like, no, like, because he knows that in the real version of Street ST Super Turbo, he'll get destroyed. Like he was, okay at the time, but these guys are like gods in that game, bro. So yeah, he'll get destroyed, man. The only reason, it was because it was like the first like console version. It wasn't arcade perfect.
Yep.
Yeah.
Problems.
What I like about this is, if you take Phil's version to be true, Mike was sat there thinking, he said some things online that wound me up so much that I was gonna like actually kick the shit out of him. But his DJ was good,
so now I respect him. Let him walk off in the sunset with that cowboy hat.
Yeah.
What a legend.
He walks off in the sunset with the cowboy hat.
he basically, that was it. Like after that, after we had played, actually we kind of respected each other. Not that
Oh God!
Did you tip your hat to him, Phil?
They respected each other. Okay.
Yeah, like the Marlboro Man.
we had big conversations or whatever. But I saw him at tournaments, and like I saw him at Evo Finals that year, and we actually had a little bit of conversation, camaraderie.
Conversation and camaraderie.
Camaraderie.
Okay.
And there was actually a big money bet that year, and it was Duck Doe against Sanford Kelly in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and people actually.
Okay, do you mind pausing
Yeah,
that?
yeah, definitely.
Okay, so Duck Doe versus Sanford was a big East Coast West Coast money match. So, you know, Watson was the one that was taking the bets. So that was the only reason that there was some verbal communication between them two. You know, I was like, hey, I want to bet on Duck or something, right?
That's the conversation.
I want to bet on Duck. And then Mike would take the bet or whatever. And then Duck is who Mike is betting on too. So there was no camaraderie, but they're just betting on the same side, probably. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's like, I don't know what he's talking about. Like, if there was any communication, it was because he wanted to put a bet in. And if there was any camaraderie, it's because they were betting on the same side. But it doesn't fucking put you in a circle of friends, dude. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. But
great. That's great.
Yeah,
that's great.
You get it. It makes sense, though, right?
Yeah, that's you know, because Phil does it all the time. He said he has conversations with people that are just like Twitter back and forth. That's we had a great conversation yesterday. It's a Twitter back and forth.
Yeah. When it's just like, hey, can I bet $50 on Duck instead? You know what I mean? Like,
what a conversation! Great camaraderie.
Yeah, we talked. Yeah, we were cheering for the same side and everything.
Great.
Real money on the match.
Okay.
And I actually bet on Duck Doe. I betrayed my coach.
I told you.
Yeah.
And decided to bet on
You
Duck
had it,
Doe.
Because
I felt like he was the better player. And, you know, at one point, Mike would have been like, fuck you, you piece of shit. No, you're not allowed. You're not in this.
No. He took everybody's bets.
Dude.
He took everybody's bets. If
Yeah.
you don't like them or not, East Coast or West Coast,
the money back.
I'm just taking bets, bro. That's it. He took everybody's bets, man. That's all that was, dude. Like, what?
Ooh, scientist,
I thought
good
we
point.
were done with that picture.
It's not like, you know, oh, I'm being friends. I like everybody. No, you're taking bets, man. Like,
that's interesting. Sanford, a scientist is saying Sanford was in the Empire, which, as we know, historically, DSP has never got along with the Empire. So that could have been a reason he betted on Duck as well. But obviously,
or just to be a hater too. Yeah, to be a hater.
He would do that too.
Maybe we'll see
or
some
whatever.
people drop some member bombs.
Big ups, down for a punch.
Yeah, let's do it.
Seen a lot of
shit. No, you're not allowed. You're not in this. Yeah, let's do it. Like, I felt like we basically squashed our beef because I was honest with him about what was going on. And by the way, I did learn my lesson.
Oh.
Okay. And by the way, also like the thing is that maybe Mike got happy that he bet on Duck because there was more people betting on Sanford than Duck.
Okay.
Because the thing is, Duck uses Spiral, Cable, Sentinel. Spiral's not a top tier character. It's like a trap. It's a trap combo team.
Okay.
And then Sanford is, you know, like second best in the East Coast, next behind Justin Wong. That's really high up there. That's like about as good as you can be. And he's using a top tier team, so he's the favorite. Yeah. And the odds are even. So, you know, there was more money on Sanford, but you can't take more bets on Sanford unless you get more bets on Duck.
Yeah.
So here comes DSP betting more on Duck. So like, oh, cool, man. You know, like. You know, like you're gonna act welcoming, but he thinks, but he's thinking that it's like, you know, it's because like we're befriending him about it. Yeah.
Total sense now. So it's all financial. Obviously, Mike's not a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
take
because
the money
you can't.
on that side.
If there's no more money on, you know, there's so much money on Sanford, you can't, you know, take all the bets. You got to get more bets on Duck to even it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
that's like the way that you mend bridges with Phillies with money.
And
squash
by the way,
beef through the shared love of money. Like.
And also, he said he learned his lesson in 2007. He must have learned his lesson with like Mike Watson alone, because there's way more shit on the forums after 2007. Incredible.
Yeah, I'm assuming he didn't stop posting after 2007. He
oh God,
a changed man.
I guess he's talking.
He wanders off into the sunset like Ryu.
If your name is Mike Watson, I won't shit talk you. Everyone else is still fine. I think that's his message. What he's learned. Come on.
That's pretty much that was the rule he picked up.
Yeah,
that was his practice after, because he still talks shit, but he just left our names out of it.
Yeah,
our beef.
We scratched our beef.
Because I was honest with him about what was going on. And by the way, I did learn my lesson. After that, I basically was like, I'm not going to be like that kind of person anymore.
Oh my God, that's the biggest lie yet.
I would rather be a positive influence on people in the community rather than a toxic jerk.
Oh
and
my
I
God.
did my best to change my online attitude and not be that kind of person anymore.
Oh my God.
This is all fake news,
This is so incredible.
This is all fake news.
This
the
is
only
incredible.
thing that changed was just leaving our names out. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
What?
A positive person in the community at that point in time. Okay.
We've seen him on this show shit on like he's got. I know what he's thinking here in his head. Like he's gonna start. He did start doing like hosting tournaments and trying to helping out people do tournaments, but he is so toxic on those things that even the ones he's doing, he's toxic about everything still. Nothing has changed.
Dude,
Steve,
Dude, he told someone who was pre-diabetic that it was all right to eat shit like cheeseburgers and stuff. It was fine. And then when someone who was like actually diabetic came in to correct him, he told them to fuck off.
Yeah,
they were wrong.
Fuck off. Yeah, dude. This is incredible. This is the biggest lie I've ever heard. Now we know the context better. He didn't change a fucking thing. He literally doesn't say Mike Watson and Jaha. That's the end of it. That's what I learned.
I've never told this story before.
Okay.
That's the truth of the matter.
It's been told 18,000 times before from other people, but yeah, you haven't told it.
It has to be by two dudes at Evo because I was an asshole. Okay? Now hold on, let me swap my battery because we're still not.
We're done with that. We're not swapping any fucking batteries.
Yeah.
All right, next up, we got some alphaism hype, and this is just a funny thing.
Yeah.
We've already played this one on the show, so we're not to listen to much. But I just want you to hear yourself, Jaha, because this got a big pop.
I don't know if I remember this. Go
okay,
ahead, go.
good. So just for context here, Bunke is saying that he is pre-diabetic, right?
Yeah, this is the bit.
Yeah, this is it. So you set it up perfectly. So Phil, throughout this whole episode, has been giving some health tips and pointers to Bunke. And then Jaha calls in. So let's see what Jaha has to say about this. It's very funny. Here we go.
That's the way you do it.
So for dinner, I have, a crucial meat, chicken, beef, whatever, a vegetable, and sometimes I have a side, like I said, like maybe a French fry or a noodle.
French fry.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, just one singular.
One noodle.
Yeah, health side Phil coming out with the crucial meat. I love.
Well,
crucial
you've
meat.
seen how he eats on like the, when he's feasting with the kid, he'll try like, there's a bit of lettuce from that, and then like, I'll have a bit of tomato. It tastes like tomato. Look, eats it one by one, bit by bit.
Just one French fry.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, a couple times.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Like I said, like maybe a French fry or a noodle. That's okay
noodle.
a couple times a week. You don't want to have it every day, but a side is okay if you're hungry. You can fill yourself up with something like that. And then besides,
Just for the record here, remember what Phil looks like at this time too. And let's just Jaha. There's a picture of Jaha on the screen. Jaha, you can know what Jaha looks like. Just keep in mind who has better health tips. Who do you think has better health tips to give? But let's hear the rest of Phil's health tips before Jaha jumps in.
besides that, I swear to God, I don't snack. I have a bottle of water next to me all day. If I'm hungry, I drink that fucking bottle of water and I fill it up and I drink it again.
So you're still starving yourself?
Yeah.
I'm not starving myself, no. If you have 3 square meals a day, and fast food for breakfast, maybe that's not a square meal, but am I hungry during...
Yeah, by the way, Jaha, he admitted here, he fast food breakfast every single day. Every
And
single
nothing
day.
but water. Nothing but water.
What a diet.
the day? At some points, yes. But if you just drink that bottle of water, you will not feel it. You
I'm
won't.
doing the same thing you're doing, and I can tell you it ain't working.
Well, okay, now that's the diet. That's the diet part of it. At least 3 to 4 times a week, I get on an exercise bike and I ride for about 45 minutes.
Bullshit.
And I sweat. I'm not talking about I'm riding a slow ride. I'm riding as fast as I possibly can. And I
you're
burn
a
those fucking calories
idiot.
as much as I can.
45 minutes. 45 minutes on a bike. That'll take care of about 10 chicks.
How do you get on an exercise bike and you don't know how to ride a bicycle?
Yeah,
Like,
great point.
really
Yeah.
Great point.
Yeah, good point. Yeah. How does that not twig? Yeah.
How does that
I'm the
work,
kind-
dude? You just...
How do you get on an exercise bike without getting punched off it and robbed?
Yeah. Here we go.
Kind of person who, I have not exercised for years. We're talking like 3 to 4 years. I haven't even lifted a weight. I haven't done anything. I jumped on that fucking bike in December after I felt so shitty after getting pneumonia, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to pedal till I die. And right now, I feel
That took about 2 minutes.
so much better. I went from literally 245. I'm down to about 198 right now, and I still got to lose. I think I got to get down to about 185. It's not that hard. It's about eating the same thing.
185.
You're
And
skinnier
also,
Yeah.
doing that little bit of exercise a couple days a week. It's not that hard. We're talking a half an hour to 45 minutes, man.
That's not. I mean,
Guarantee you, it's 2:30 at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben's. I don't think Ben's is not concerned about the weight. It's just what he can and can't eat.
That is Inkblot, by the way, I believe. Inkblot or Robot, not sure. But anyways, it's Guilty Gear players. But Jaha's just about to come in.
It's
here.
not. I don't think it's Inkblot.
Okay, it's the people on the call are.
I'm trying to
I could be
remember.
Robot. Maybe Robot.
No, he just said he eats what I eat. You know, I think the only difference is the exercise right now.
I have no problem exercising. I already made plans as far as doing that. But what I'm saying is, you're talking about, well, you know, you eat, and then when you get hungry, you just drink water. I'm doing that now. Where I have 3 meals, and then I drink water. If I get hungry, water does not do anything for my stomach that's burning.
All right. Do you want me to really be honest? Because I will be, but
Here we go. Let's hear another great health tip, boys.
you're probably gonna slap me for this. All right. When I get home, everyone knows, and I've said this a million times, I'm an alcoholic. All right.
No, he didn't.
I thought no one knew you were an alcoholic. What? Okay. No.
Yeah. I thought that was the first time you'd ever told anyone. Your parents didn't know.
Yeah, this was, by the way, in 2007. That same year. This is the same year that we saw this in. This had the same exact year. He's on Alphism Radio for this. But let's keep going. Let's see. John Bono. I never even told my parents that. Okay.
If you want to drink, but you don't want to put on calories. All right, you go and you get a Coke Zero, or you get whatever 0 calories, whatever soft drink, and you mix it with whatever alcohol of choice. Right now, I do it with Coke Zero, and I do it with Bacardi.
Ooh.
And you drink, and guess what? Nothing happens. It does not add to your physique. So you can go home, you're starving, have a drink.
Life
You
hacks.
cannot, you cannot tell a diabetic person it's all right to drink.
Yeah, this dude's diabetic. Bunke's diabetic.
Drink Coke.
Great.
Rum and Coke, you'll be fine. Oh, God. Your blood sugar's low. Yeah, no.
Just take a Bacardi. That's fine.
Drink, you know?
Drinking
it's not going to kill you.
Okay, maybe it works for your body.
Yes.
But
Bunke is such a beast, man. Bunke is such a beast in these shows, dude. Jaha, I want to ask you too before we get to the rest of this.
Man.
What was
Bunke's won us over, like.
Yeah, what was this show? How many people listened to the show back in the day? Was it a big show? Did everyone know about it? Like, what was like I don't know, was it a big part of the community or what at this time?
I don't think it was that big, but it was big in our community. Like, our community wasn't that big before 09 when Street Fighter 4 came. Like, it was a couple of hundred people at EVO every year, and we would talk to each other, you know, on the forums or this and that, and see each other every year. So after, you know, year after year, I know it sounds like a lot of people, but you kind of get to see a lot of the same faces and know who's who, and it was more intimate. And then when it starts to get to, you know, 09 in the thousands, now it's like you only know the popular people, and then there's a bunch of, you know, so but yeah, as far as like the show, it was I wouldn't say it was big. No, it was you know, it was gosh, I would say like less than 100 viewers or something like that. And,
but not for everybody.
And it was kind of, but like anybody could kind of call in, you know what I mean? Like, you know, because there was no Hollywood status yet at this time. Just like, you know, like who's good players and who's who. That's it. You know.
Okay, that's why I really respect Bunke for keeping the show alive when it literally is just for like community. You know what I mean? Like,
it was
really cool. Like, I mean, even and there's no like end goal of like, you know, this show blowing up and getting on YouTube and making $1 million either. It's just like he's just doing it, you know,
just out of hobby. Yeah.
Bunke's a legend, man.
The way he
just
ran
for
it, like it wasn't. Yeah, we weren't looking for sponsors or anything like that. Then.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm hungry.
Also, for regularly putting up with Phil for hours.
I know, God, he was too nice to Phil. I mean, that's his only negative. Is too nice to Phil because he lets Phil ramble and say like just straight up lies. But I mean, come on, he's a nice guy. Bunke, you can tell he's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's list more Hellside Phil until Jaha jumps in here.
By the hunger for me.
Dude,
Well, here's
once you get used to it, honestly, once you get used to it, it will you won't be hungry anymore.
Phil's obviously never heard the phrase "niggas gotta eat."
Dude, I used to be ravenous, dude. Every day I'd be like, dude, I gotta go to McDonald's. I gotta buy 3 double cheeseburgers. I used to spend so much money on bullshit, you know? I don't do that anymore. I got out of that habit. It's very, very possible. You just have to get yourself into a serious habit where you're like, you know what? This is my habit. I'm gonna do it every single day, no matter what. And after, a week, it's like, oh my God, my stomach.
Day.
After 2 weeks, you're like, oh, my stomach still kills me. But after you get into it, you're like, okay, this is my routine. I'm going to stick to it. And after a while, you get used to it, and it doesn't bother you anymore.
All right. Enough nonsense. Keep going. Yeah, Bunkay still doesn't care anymore, by the way. Legend's like, all right, whatever.
It doesn't work for me. So I got to look for another alternative.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to help you. That's my experience.
I appreciate it, but
Just can't read the room, can he? He really can't.
Just trying to help you, man.
All right.
Sounds to me like you need a personal trainer, someone who's going to be there to tell you, no, you can't eat this bullshit,
no, that's not it. No. I have no problem, controlling my intake.
All right. Where's my time?
He just can't eat the thing. He can't.
I love fast food. I love double cheeseburgers.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
That is Jaha's Skype call. Here we go, boys. Strap in.
He just can't eat the thing. He can't eat the things he likes anymore because he's worried about his blood sugar.
Dude, I love fast food. I love double cheeseburgers. I love the grease. I don't eat it anymore. I had to get used to that.
Yo, Phil.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Nobody gives a fuck.
No,
dude. Nobody wants to look like you, dude. I mean, you're a fucking snitch. Everybody hates you. Who would want
Nobody wants to look like a snitch.
Nobody fucking asking, dude. You're getting shot down left and right. Nobody wants to look like you. All right,
you know what?
Nobody asked about you, stupid ass guy.
I'm trying to help Ben. You're not. Shut up your fucking ass.
Dude. I don't give a fuck. And we don't give a fuck about you, motherfucker. Ain't nobody trying to look like you. Shit. Nobody gives a fuck. Right,
Trust me, no one wants to look like my face, but a lot of people want to lose weight right now. So.
Okay, well, if they ask, then go ahead and let them know. But I didn't hear anybody ask, man. You just fucking yapping, dog. It's like killing my fucking high. It's tearing me up, dude.
Dude, if Ben didn't care, he would have shut me up a long time ago.
I'm shutting you up.
Trying to help him. Oh, you're shutting
I didn't hear Ben ask nothing. I didn't hear Ben ask nothing about it.
Yeah, that's why he's silent right now.
Right? That's what I'm saying, yo. Like, get off it, yo. Nobody gives a fuck. Good for you. You lost 40 pounds. All right.
Ben's looking at porn. You guys got it mixed up.
I'm saying, yo. This motherfucker, man. Shut up about that shit.
Forever hating. You've been hating on the fucking Irish.
I hate it. It's not hating. It's like
attention to you.
It's not hating. It's like, yo, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, how much attention do you want, dog, before you fucking shut the fuck up?
Attention? I don't give a shit. I'm trying to help Ben. I told him I would talk to him.
Help Ben. I'm gonna help Ben. I want to fucking help Ben.
Yeah, blah, blah. Yeah,
I want to be on the radio and hear myself talk. Oh, I want to hear myself talk, Ben.
I gotta buy Jaha a fucking drink in Vegas.
Yeah, I don't really drink a lot, though, man.
That shit's too good.
Okay, I'll stop it there. That's the fucking best, dude. That's like you're legendary, dude. You're a legend here.
Man,
from
I
that.
lost my gangster. I had to cut out all the slang guys and grow up, but yeah, that was me, man. I was more fucking hood, and I didn't give a fuck, and he was already scared of me, so
yeah.
You know, you could see he just back down no matter what the fuck I say to him. Cause
it's like
I want him to say something fucking stupid to me, give me a reason to fucking, fuck him up, So
this was
and he like and I think and I remember that call. I called in because I'm listening to Alphas and I'm just chilling and listening to Phil was like fucking chalk on. The fucking scratching the fucking chalkboard, fingernails on the chalkboard to me, and it was fucking bothering me. So then I'm like, yo, Ben, I'm fucking calling in, dude. And then I just, went off on him right away, dude.
That's awesome. That was so fucking awesome. And like, you know what? You were, and that's what we guessed that it was probably like you were listening at home because you called and is like only thing you're calling for is to talk to Phil, and you said, Phil, shut the fuck up, dude.
He pissed me off. Pretty much was the first thing I needed to say, bro, because I was just like hearing him talk, and I'm like, get this fucking noise the fuck out of me. But then this is why he fucking locks himself up. Like he's isolated himself off. This is before then.
Yep.
You know, that's why I love that Side Scrollers podcast, man, because it's such a one-way wall of communication. And I know it happened at the beginning of the year, but I still think it's the best thing that happened.
Oh, definitely.
And maybe the past like 3 years of Phil next to the bankruptcy. Next to the bankruptcy, or the bank leaks, one of those. But that's Side Scroll because, you know, he was put in a situation where he couldn't squirm out, or he couldn't, you know. The people aren't muted on the other side, whether it's his chat and how he always controls, you know, what's being said and what's being heard, you know, and he couldn't in that situation. And and this is back when, you know, he wasn't anybody, so we just fucking treated him that way.
And,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, and like it's just to show he two things. Like that's something that how many people you know, Phil needs to hear that more. And because he doesn't hear that ever, like someone like, you know, countering him, there's no one to do that. You do it and you see the reaction from him. He's like, "Oh, well, shut up, Jaha, shut up." You know? It's just like
I was being disrespectful, dude. Like he just took it like, you know, I was being disrespectful, like just trying to get him to say something.
That shows like the sort of like lack of socialization he's already got at this point, because his comebacks are only basically no you. You know, when you tell him like to shut the fuck up, it's like, no, you shut the fuck up. It's all these conflict management skills are at that time, and it's like that is really underdeveloped for like 25. You should be better than that.
Sounds like somebody brave enough to put their hands behind their back and you want to hit me. You want to hit me? No, I don't think so, dude. He was more cowering, and he was disliked, so we treated him that way. You know what I mean? Like he was a fucking, I don't know.
Oh, you know what?
It's about humbling him at that point, isn't it? Because it's like that's what a lot of his issues boil down to, is that he's rarely been in a situation where, you know, he's been humbled. And most of us get into that situation at some point. Like, you know, we get
see
like
some people
a big
drop some member bombs,
can't pay back, or we crash the car or something. And, you know, a point where you're like, oh shit, my parents can't get me out of this. I'm on my own and I've fucked up.
Yep.
Most of us go through that, so most of us we humble pie at some point, but he never like sort of faces up to it. He always manages to dodge accountability one way or another. So that's how you end up.
The lesson wasn't broad, Steve. Like it wasn't like, okay, let me not talk shit to people anymore because it can come back to me and they can fuck me up, or I might have to pay for it. It was just Jaha and Watson, I'm just gonna not talk shit to them because they'll fucking whoop my ass. But everybody else, I'm just gonna be me, you know. And he was always just a hater. It just runs in his blood. Like it's just in his fucking DNA, just to be like just a jealous hater.
Yeah, that's why it's funny to see him there going, and I learned my lesson.
Oh God. God.
Oh man, dude. How long you been sitting on that clip?
Oh, we played that a few weeks ago, and I want to play it again with you because it was just so fucking awesome. Like I'd be like, I am the Alphaism radio historian now. I listened to most of them trying to find the gold, and that was one of the best moments.
Oh man,
you know,
I
just
forgot
came
about
out.
that.
Yeah,
yeah,
incredible stuff. I mean, that's just so many people would love to say that. Shut the fuck up. What are you saying nonsense? But no one can say it. But you got a chance to say it.
Catharsis by proxy.
Yeah, really is, you got
we
to
all
do it.
Feel that like.
It's so fucking awesome. You got to do it. Like that's crazy.
Yeah. Was,
real quick,
angry and gangster at the time, as you can hear.
Real quick, I have found a little message here. This is people talking about Phil. This is 2009. Jaha's response. This is people talking. They're all about money matches. I don't want to get. This is a Team Hate Cave thread, by the way, Jaha. And you only have one message in it, and this is what it says: DSP is an alcoholic. More AA meetings, less XBL. Beautiful. That's it. That's the only thing I want to show from that. It was just good. Lex XBL.
Yeah, Xbox Live.
Yeah. He was talking about nonsense. It's not that great other than that. But all right, next up is I wanted to show one short thread here. This is from started in, let's see, this is August of 2000, May 2007. So all kind of 2007 based here, outside the last one. The question is, who will take Street Fighter title at Evo World? And Jaha, if you don't know, System 1, we can't really tell who they are until someone quote posts them, but I know this was going to be DSP. It says, I'm interested to see what people think. And a lot of people are guessing who's going to win.
Fishing for the compliments.
So obviously, you know, people are guessing what's going to happen. This guy said, definitely not you. So, you know, people loving DSP already. But I'm going to scroll down here to when Jaha enters the thread. And what does he say? Just like he said here, DXP equals attention whore. LOL at DXP wanting to see if anyone was rooting for his trashy ass. Brilliant stuff again, Jaha.
It really bothered me that he was such an attention whore, like the stuff that he says, because I could see that he's just fishing for, you know what I mean? Like he's trying to fish for acknowledgement or attention or whatever, and I would just fucking call it out right away because it would piss me off because I don't know, he was always just trying to like shine a light on himself, dude. And I'm like, dude, you're nobody, dude. Get the fuck out of here, like,
And that's just what this thread was, by the way. You're 100% right. Who's gonna win this one, guys? Who do you think? Shut up.
You think it's gonna be me?
Yeah.
You think it's gonna be me?
Does anyone think me? Maybe? Huh?
You think me? Who thinks Team DSP? Fuck out of here!
Like, come on, man.
Yeah, and like another thing for context too is like if you want to pull up like Evo placings for that year in 2007 and you look at like all the names, all the players, like nobody gives a fuck about Super Turbo. Like not that bad.
Yeah.
But at that time, the bigger games was Marvel vs. Capcom 2, who's going to be that was the biggest game for sure, like cuz trying to see if anybody can dethrone Justin Wong because a kid from when the West Coast was always the best in every game, and then one kid from Chinatown comes and just beats everybody. We were like, holy shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so that that was what we wanted to see every year, if he would still beat everybody. And then Third Strike was big, and Capcom versus SNK was big, and then you got Super Turbo.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like
we've seen that change actually on the forum. Some people say like, all right, Phil, Phil will be like, hey, we want money matches with Super Turbo. And I was like, nah, but no one really cares anymore, And
no,
Phil,
nobody cares. Yeah, it's like it was about Marvel, Third Strike, Capcom versus SNK 2, and then like Super Turbo was like the last game, just for like nostalgia.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because we're playing the newer, quote unquote, newer games. Yeah. Sorry to sidetrack, but
no, definitely not. That's what you're here for. So, real quick, this is another thread I think is funny. I don't want to get your take on Jaha, so I'll read a few posts for us here. So this is Team Florida shits on Phil challenge. Will he accept? Now, if my memory's good start.
Are we talking literally? Figuratively.
Team Florida shits on Phil. Yeah.
And this is from him.
This is August 7th. No, this one actually is someone else. He's going to chime in a little bit later. We can't, again, I'll let you know when we it's him. So this is, again, same exact year, August 7th. Someone's the only thing they want to do is do money matches with Phil. So spot 3 games for $1,000. Gavin versus Phil Marvel, $1,000. Eater, Flash Metroid, all these people, $1,000. So just all about money matches, because clearly everyone's confident that they could beat DSP and Marvel right now. Everybody on Earth.
What did True Tech say?
Come on, guys, let's be real. We know DSP isn't balling like that. Better subtract the 0. D2K, I don't know if you know him, says that's free for Florida all day. LOL. Then also agreed they would make they should make it $100 per person. Maybe his pride will actually make him accept. Talking about DSP, of course. Then again, you never know how strong those coward genes are. Coward genes.
True.
Again, Flash Metroid comes in, says lower to 100. Florida was still shit on him, just like back then. So I wanted to ask you what that just like back then might mean, Jaha. Do you know?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
But as far as like like Connecticut and how strong. Well, I mean, as far as how Phil used to say he's won tournaments.
Yeah.
I can't. I asked everybody, like people from Connecticut, this and that. They don't know about any tournaments that he's won. Like he might have won. Maybe like a GameStop local or something like that.
Yeah,
where
that's
like no real like fighting game players show up, because they did that one time with Street Fighter 4, where every single GameStop had a Street Fighter 4 tournament on their display model, with the Xbox controllers and everything.
Yeah.
And maybe he won something like that. Gold. Yeah, but like any tournament that had like FGC players, even if it was like a local or something, nobody's ever. Like I asked everybody that I know from Connecticut, and they're like, "No, I never heard of him winning a tournament."
Yeah, so I know he has won qualifiers. That one year when he went to
Tekken tournament.
Yeah, Tekken tournament was in a mall. That was a mall tournament. So yeah, he did win a mall tournament
where you can just do like Paul Phoenix Smasher to a noob. You know, so like that's the caliber of player. But yeah, as far as like winning anything like acknowledgeable or any tournaments, nothing. Must have been like a mall local type of thing.
So I think to bring up his fairness to him, I know he won some of those qualifiers, but do you count those as tournament wins? I guess they are.
Okay, so the way the qualifiers worked that year, right, was a broken system that got abused. So pretty much, if you go on the forums of Evo, and you post a tournament, right, and for your region, and then you hold the tournament, and then when you put the results in, whoever gets first, second, third gets points towards Evo, right?
Yeah, right.
But the thing is, there was no vetting system, so anybody can just like run a tournament in somebody's backyard or in a pizza shop or something like that and post the results and boost points. That's all that. That's all that was. It was like a very illegitimate system, and it wasn't vetted, and it was the first and last year that they did it. But Phil was like trying to say, "Oh, I got so many points that you know, I had to like give up my spot and whatever." Like he qualified for more than one, because there's a max. Like, you know, you qualify for one spot, that's it. Yeah. But you know, once again, this goes back to Phil, you know, just like gaming the system. You know, like how he thinks he's smarter than YouTube and knows how to, you know, put out a bunch of fucking videos and bleed them for money. You know what I mean? It's just, you know, it's one of those tactics, because it was a stupid system. It was like an unvetted system.
That makes a lot of sense.
They never did it again after that. Yeah.
Yep. And that's when he stopped trying to, because of course maybe he thought he couldn't do it anymore. Phil jumps in and says, Phil. Jaha steps in and says, Phil won't bet this much and sucks at Marvel's Capcom 2. LOL. Nice one from Jaha. M versus Marvel's Capcom 2 Fanatic. Who the hell is Phil? So 2007, very famous. He's a newer
Marvel player, so he probably he doesn't even know who he is.
No clue who it is. Okay, next up, what is it? 217. Oh yeah, this is a first place of DSP. Now, how do I know this? Jaha, I can show you. This is DXP, his old name. And System 1 goes
when
back.
He was a DX fan.
We know this is him. Yeah. So I don't do money matches. This is what Phil says. I don't do money matches. This is 2007.
We've seen video of him doing.
He's done so many money matches. I don't do money matches, and I sure as hell wouldn't break this practice by playing you scrubs. Please close thread. All right. Don't worry, we got some more stuff here. We'll give you 2-to-1 odds. This person, I can't tell who it was, but they're saying, all right, we'll give you 2-to-1 odds. Let's go, please. Then we have DSP comes. This Spyro says, just play them in casual then. That way you can test your theory of Florida sucks and Marvel's Capcom equals mash and win.
Can you read Chutek's comment? Read what Chutek says.
Oh, Chutek said, play him for push-ups. You get the satisfaction of beating him, and you can record him as he struggles past 20.
That guy's too good. I love Chutek, dude. That guy's too good.
By the way, do you know FM Jaguar? Do you know who that is?
Yeah, I know who that is.
Oh, legend. God, he's a legend. He has some of the sweetest burns on Phil on the internet. It's incredible. We got an emo for him. FM Jaguars in chat. He's a legend, dude. Legend. All right, but we got some more fun stuff here. So let's go to 20.
We know that Phil could do 25 push-ups easy. Off camera.
Yeah, he just goes off screen.
Yeah, off camera. Or for empty tips.
For tips he doesn't even get. All right, so I won't be playing any casual. This is Phil's response, by the way. I won't be playing any casuals besides ST and maybe a little of Third Strike, but probably not. I'm only playing the Marvel's Capcom 2 Street Fighter, the Super Turbo tournaments, and the Super Turbo Team Tourney, and that's it. With the exception of maybe the 2 official side events, I will probably not be in the ballroom other than that. This is my vacation. I'm not going to spend it playing scrubs in games I don't care about or like. Okay. He's making his point known here.
Don't go. Just like stay on the beach.
Don't go then, motherfucker. What do you don't care?
This is my vacation. I'm not going to enjoy.
Yeah. All right, so Flash Metroid says, why are you even entering Marvel if you don't care about it? Man, I hope you're in my pool so I can maul the shit out of you, scrub. Just in case. No homo.
Don't get the wrong idea. But I mean, this guy was treated with no respect, dude. You could,
Zero.
Like, you could see we had no respect for this guy.
Yeah. So this guy says, give DXP a break. You know he's just joking most of the time. You have a Phil supporter, I guess. But someone else comes back.
Most of the time.
Yeah. This person back there, I know you guys can't see. It's a little bit too low. But he says, yeah, you're just going to be hiding in your room. This unknown person said that to DSP.
Oh.
Yeah. So we don't know who that was, but that was it. I want to get your thoughts on one more thread here before we.
This is good stuff. I wasn't ready for this, man. I didn't know the show was gonna be
We're going deep here, my friend. We go
ready for
real
this,
deep.
yeah.
It's the joy of doing this. You never know what you're gonna find.
But any of this like FGC debunking, whatever, I'll gladly answer this stuff.
You are our look into our window into that world that we cannot.
Yeah,
get,
anytime
so
you
so
name drops and stuff like that.
All right, so I want to get your thoughts here. So we talked about Dark Prince earlier, and real quick, want to get the situation here. So Dark Prince was banned from EVO tournament director because of the reason firearm. Is I'll just read it. Right. Yeah, the reason is he poses a threat to the fighting game community. Yeah. They're taking precautions on this issue. Personally, safety comes first. The reason is because he threatened someone on this board with physical violence. Do you remember this, Jaha? You remember?
Yeah, I know all about this.
Okay,
I know
go
all
ahead.
about this. Yeah. So, what I'm trying to remember what Phil said about this shit though, so I could fucking correct them. But Dark Prince, was just AKA Duck Jr., young black kid, played Marvel, ran his mouth a lot. People didn't like him, and I think he was talking. He had a falling out with Duck, and then had beef with him or somebody.
Yeah.
And then I think it was to Mr. Wizard. He was like telling him he replied on the forum and said, "Hey, next time you see me, I'm gonna have something shiny with me." Oh, okay. You know, so they're kind of implying that he's gonna have a knife. So then Wizard banned him from coming to Evo, but then he still showed up. But I can't remember the context what Phil said that he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about because he doesn't even know these people. I know these people. I know Pride. I know.
Yeah. Well, keep in mind,
Joey and all these guys.
Remember we showed that video and he said like he had beef with Shady K, but didn't really go into that at all. If we look back, like there wasn't much talk about Shady K after that. It was kind of weird. But I know you're taling about someone else here.
They squashed the beef.
Yeah, it's kind of like they squat. I don't know. But so let's go further down the thread. We get to someone mentioned something that I want to ask you about. Obviously, it says Ninja Sentinel says when the DSP Jaha Genghis incident occurred, nobody was banned. Why Dark Prince? What is the DSP Jaha Genghis incident?
Yeah, so this guy has it wrong because Genghis and Shady K are close friends.
Ah.
So he means to say Jaha and DSP. I mean, Shady K incident.
Okay.
Why wasn't he banned? But he doesn't know what he's talking about because that happened outside anyways, and it didn't happen nothing happened at the tournament anyway. It was all we caught him outside and when I had the boombox and stuff like that, and just confronted him and shook him down. That's it. Like it's not like it went to the tournament people.
Okay.
And and so did anything bad happen after the DP Clockwork? Okay, they're talking about the money match between Clockwork and Dark Prince. That was a famous money match. I don't know. This guy, I don't think this guy knows what he's talking about.
Okay, that's obviously could very, very well be possible with this random threads.
So there's not another incident.
Okay.
He's just mistaking Genghis with Shady K because they're close friends and they're in the same group.
Okay, cool. Okay, let's go down
They were both my children. I'm just kidding. I was like big brother, I was like the older guy that would drive them up to the tournaments and stuff.
Okay. So I wanted to ask about this as well. But where is it? I'm not trying to sound arrogant, but this is gasp. I don't know if that matters. But it says, I'm not trying to sound arrogant, but I'm interested. To all the people who said that threats or violence isn't new, can you guys pull me to examples of tourneys where said threats were made? Only one mentioned was the DSP one. Might you know what the DSP one is? I looked but couldn't find anything other mentions about DSP. But
they're probably talking about our run with him. You know what I mean? Like other people talking about us when we confronted him or threatened him, and it was me, Shady K,
makes
and
sense.
DSP. Yeah.
Okay,
so he's referring to that.
We have to get Phil's take on this, of course. So let's get that brilliant writing up. And it's right here. Oh, Jaha said, Jaha responded to that. Excuse me. Jaha responded to that exact one and said, I refrained and took it outside. So you responded to that just like you did
so
here.
Nothing, so nothing
I responded to take it outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
It still has remained consistent over the years. It is possible, Phil.
Yeah, I know. Look, Jaha doesn't change the story.
Outside of the grounds. Yeah, well, I mean, dude, I'm just telling you the truth of what happened, dude. Like, fucking, it feels like fucking like altered reality that he fucking, paints this picture for his special needs fucking audience. That makes it really confusing. Because these people really believe him.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And they're all like, I don't want to sound fucked up, call them a bunch of retards, but they're like all special needs in one way or another. And they believe him like a classroom.
Yeah, I mean,
it's all like derailed too much. But did you see the Discord leaks?
Have you seen those, Jaha?
Oh yeah. I'm current. I'm current, Steve. I'm on the team. Yeah.
It's like you see it in there. They're like, he will say, "Hey guys, like my idea for an event is I'll do a schedule and then I'll eat something and then I'll do a tier maker." And they're like, "That's fucking genius, Phil. I'm already hyped for that." Like,
yeah, I'm already hyped, dude.
It's like seriously wrong here.
It's like some fucked up like classroom employee environment, right? Yep. Like where he has to work for them, but then he'll have like talks, like sit down. We need to have a one-on-one. Tips are low.
Performance review.
Or sometimes it'll be, him being the angry teacher and scolding them like, "What the fuck you guys talking about in chat? I told you guys. How many times I need to tell you guys? If not, I'm gonna need to fucking start laying the fucking ban hammer on you. I don't care. And don't ask me to come back. Don't ask me to come back. I don't care. Don't fucking email me and ask me to get unbanned, this and that." I'm like, like, who the fuck talks to people like that? It's like, wow, dude. But I'm sorry. Go
ahead. No, please. So this is a very tiny thing. This was Team Afro Legends beat DSP in some kind of match. It was a money match kind of situation. There's hundreds of money matches. It seems like it's a very that's like what you do at these tournaments. When you're not in the tournament, you do money matches.
Yeah.
But first of all, let's get your take on Triforce. Now, I've heard he's a bit of a clown. How would you, Jaha, describe Triforce? I mean, back in these days, maybe he's a change.
Back in these days, you see me like I'm a fucking goon, and I see a guy wearing a power glove at the fucking tournament.
Yeah.
And I'm like laughing. I'm like, yo, this is a joke. Are you kidding me, right? Like, what are you doing? Playing fucking NES?
Yeah.
So I would like freaking clown on him, but yeah, he's like a character and he was like the leader of the empire. But he's like I don't know, he was like good at like Nintendo games, like old school games, like he Tetris and like old school games, like he was actually like really good at, but fighting games he never was good at. He was just kind of like a leader, I guess, of a bunch of the good gamers, and tried to just make like a gaming team and whatnot.
I don't know much about. What I've seen, I know him from these forums.
Fourth place doesn't get anything. I'm sorry.
And from that fucking like Empire had a spot on like MTV or MTV once, I think. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah. It's like a character. He's a joke. I don't want to be too mean to him or whatever. I got, but that's who he is. It's kind of like a. Yeah, delusional, like kind of acts like a character, because he really wore the power glove like it was like a symbol of leadership, like a gauntlet. That,
he said some funny
led his
takes,
empire, and and then so we would troll him too. I remember like somebody like stole his power glove, some shit,
stole the power glove
to see if he would freak out or whatever, and but then I was like, so what happened? And they're like, oh, he had a backup one. I'm like, oh my gosh, how,
backup glove?
Yeah, because like, dude, do you only could find them like on eBay or used, right? Because it's an NES controller. We had a one time where we trolled him, but he got trolled really hard. This was really funny where he was getting catfished, right? So there was a guy acting like a girl, sending him pics and all this other stuff, and he really believed this was a girl, and he sent her a dick pic, right? And the dick pic went up on the SRK forums, but the person did it on the weekend of Evo. So it stayed up there all weekend because everybody, all the mods were at Evo. Nobody's gonna moderate the forums. They could give a fuck about that right now. So it stayed up there the whole weekend, dude. And and that's why they call him like banana dick, because it like curved to the side or whatever the fuck. Sorry if that's
they
too
did post
much.
it in the joystick forum.
We're going deeper and deeper into the lore here, but DSP was actually banned from the forums for the first time for posting a dick pic That I think I can show it to you. Not on stream,
I didn't
obviously.
know about
But it was there's a large gentleman on a couch.
It's not Phil's.
It's not Phil's. No, it's an urban
Phil.
style
It's
gentleman.
just-
And is that? But this
That's
guy was
probably it. Yeah.
No, he was like massive. Was Triforce? Oh, Triforce was also massive.
That was it. Yeah, and if it curves to the side, it was it. So he probably got. That's what they're probably talking about.
We don't know how big it is because there's no receipt next to it.
Yeah, we can't compare it. The receipt.
But I'm just talking
'cause-
about the infamous banana dick pic, though. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll
if it
check
curved
that.
to the side, that was it.
Squeeze banana.
Get the bananas going. All right. So real quick, let me read the message from Triforce. This is a really small thing, but you're here, so I want to ask you. I'd say
Yeah,
good
go
shit.
for it.
I didn't know that I. So someone says Box says to Afro Legends beats DSP. So as a result of that, Empire owes Jaha and Watson $5 each. Empire was backing DSP and Jaha, and Jaha and Watson were backing Afro. Any memory of this? You were apparently backing Afro Legends.
No, I don't remember a big money match with Empire. Afro Legends beats DSP. Empire owes Jaha and Watson $5 each.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense because Afro Legends is West Coast. DSP is East Coast, but he's not EMP. So why would Empire owe us money?
Yeah, so that's apparently Triforce's questioning too. Is I didn't know that I backed non-Empire gamers in money matches that I never even posted or attended. This is news to me. I guess this will be the new drama for SRK. Let's see where this goes. Oh, Jaha and Watson of all people. You guys sure like to pick the best of them. So
Okay, see, so
yeah,
we
I
have
would
a
ask you.
history with Triforce too. That's the thing. There was another incident where me and Watson pretty much had the same run-in with Triforce because he was talking shit.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, so
It's
that's
starting to know
why.
it's a
So
pattern
somebody's
there.
trolling him. You know, somebody's trolling him, and then they're using our names because they know that we punked them.
Okay, interesting.
And they're
See,
not gonna.
awesome.
They're not gonna. You know, they're not gonna like talk shit because our names are in there. You know what I mean? So people are just trolling them like that. Yeah.
92T says, is there another Jay versus anyone pose off this year? Which I'm guessing is about the DSP and Jay Viscount thing, right?
No,
You don't think
that's
so?
about Jay. There's a picture of him in a vest, and that's what they're talking about, like just shirtless in a black leather vest. So that's what they're talking about.
You know what?
there.
I think I've seen that in one of those DVDs of tournaments. You know, they ever see, like every tournament has a
so
DVD.
he was known. Yeah, so Jay was known for the vest. He was like famous in our world for a vest, not the fucking Phil fucking vest streak or whatever the fuck he has going on. Now he has a fucking whatever, bunch of fucking stupid vests.
Okay, cool. So let's get to our main event. Our main event, I feel, was going to be this. I never wanted us to talk about this. So we're going to watch this now. Obviously,
Okay,
this is a very famous clip. Justin Wong was on a radio show, a podcast way back in the day, and they asked him. Maybe you could tell us who was on the call.
No, I don't.
Okay,
I'm not sure who that is. Yeah.
So first, Justin is going to give his opinion of DSP on this podcast. Let's listen to that first, and then we'll catch up with it.
Do you have any more dishonorable mentions?
I guess I would agree with you with DSP.
Yeah, my boy.
Because what DSP
So I always like that. I wanted that to go unnoticed. Yeah, my boy is the reaction when he says DSP. That's so good.
I think the interviewer was like hinting at him to, you know. He's the most fucking hated person, right?
Yeah, I agree with
know
you.
it. Yep.
Thanks, Evil AJ, for those This Is How You Don't plays. That's why everyone hates you. Thanks. 7 years earlier. Okay, let's go.
does like in person he's all nice to me and shit, but
Isn't this very old, this clip, by the way? I think this is like a super clip. Okay.
Yeah. Can't talk about it, I guess. That's old.
So why would Justin Wong say something bad about me?
Yeah. Isn't this old, guys?
That's
Okay.
That's not now. He's okay with me now.
Yeah,
we
we
talk to
squashed
each
the
other on
beef.
Twitter now.
This wasn't
I comment on
yesterday,
his
right?
post. Yeah. We're good on Twitter.
Yeah, Sir Wong. Sir Ha.
Old, this clip, by the way. I think this is like a super old clip.
Oh, super old. Okay. Don't worry.
and then when he makes a YouTube video, he thinks he's all hard and crap.
Uh-huh.
So that's what gets me pissed off. Like, do you guys remember the whole thing with DSP and like with the West Coast people, where they almost like he was like really scared because he was about to get beat up?
He was about to get...
So this is obviously what we just talked about earlier, right? It's that moment.
We're going for the mustache and the beard already.
Yeah, we're starting to dig into that.
Shit. Yeah, we're
Like with the
talking
West
about
Coast
that.
people, where they almost
We are
like,
anxious right now.
Phil. Here we
Like,
go.
oh shit, they're talking about Jaha and Watson.
Yeah.
Those motherfuckers.
Fuck, we're gonna have to talk about this again.
Oh,
Just skip this one.
This is hilarious because this. I don't even know what they're talking about because there's multiple occurrences.
Okay, hold on.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know what to talk about. Multiple
Your Honor,
people talking.
Your Honor, they're saying too many true things. I don't know what they're talking about. Okay.
Oh, they almost
Your Honor, I've pissed off
really
too many
scared 'cause
people over the years.
Can you be more specific?
He was about to get roughed up. Yeah, I remember that in Sandy.
This is hilarious because this. I don't even know what they're talking about because there's multiple occurrences that happened, and I've already.
They were talking about a very specific happening. West Coast people were about to rough them up.
San Diego.
San Diego.
How many places where it happened?
How many things were happening?
We talked about my history with the fighting game community. What's interesting, he says he's nice to me in real life, but when he makes a YouTube video, he's all hard. I'm all, what?
I know exactly what he's talking about. He's talking about when he first started uploading videos to his own fucking channel it was just Street Fighter videos. And he'd talk all hard, like he just talks like he does now. Basically, he's like, "I lost from lag. This guy sucks."
Like he posts on SRK, basically.
It's kind of like a chain reaction from Dave, isn't it, Steve? Where like when he gets insulted, but he doesn't have a comeback, he'll attack slang. Right?
Yeah.
Right? He did that with LTG too.
Way. Yeah.
Like, can you speak English?
Yeah.
And not use slang.
That's what he has nothing else to say.
Like, what are you saying? I don't know what you're saying now. I don't know your insult because I don't know the slang.
Yep, and you just saw him do it there. Great call out because he just did it there too. So many people are talking about so many different things. One person said one incident, motherfucker. They're very specific, extremely specific.
What does that mean?
Well, hard. What is hard? Hello, hard.
How am I hard in my
This doesn't make
videos?
sense because here's what I don't understand about comments like this.
Here we go.
What are you talking about? What video was I all hard?
What video was I all hard? Do you have the URL?
Yep, the specific video. Justin, if you could remember which episode of Ask the King it was, I would like to go back and review it.
What segment was it, Justin? Please.
Yeah,
if you don't say the
which
URL,
which episode?
Yeah.
And the timestamp.
Yeah, where's the timestamp, Justin? Please.
10-minute
the
video.
entire time.
This is the semantics again. Sorry, this is the semantic defense again. It's absolutely like because Justin didn't give him the specific video, then you can't prove it. You've not given me a video. You just said something, and it's like Justin is very clearly referring to your attitude across multiple videos in general. When you make YouTube videos, you act like you're hard. Not a specific incident, but you know.
Yeah, Justin said that very clearly too. It wasn't like one video. In a video. He did not say in a video. He's like in his YouTube videos.
Let me clean off my earlobe, make sure I hear it right. Justin wouldn't say that about me.
Yeah, Justin loves me.
What are we talking about? I never talked hard to Justin.
Come on, dude.
That I was making content about Street Fighter 10 years ago because that's what this is a reference to. This is an old clip. I remember it was a long time ago, right? I remember once Justin lost at Evo to I think it was GamerB, who was the Adon player in Street Fighter 4.
Oh, so now Phil is going to give us a lot of red herrings. He's got to find one video where he did say something negative about Justin and assume Justin is talking about that, even though Justin is not talking about that at all. He's talking about all his videos. That's that. Here we go.
And people had asked me, what did you think about it? And I was honest. I was like, people like Justin like focusing on top tiers. They don't play every character, so he had no clue what to expect when he fought that Adon.
Your thoughts on that, Jaha?
Justin did lose to Adon. It was an oddball character. All that's true. But the thing is that, he's just deflecting because, there's so many times that DSP, fucking bags on Justin Wong.
Yeah, so many cases, yes.
And he's acting like, it's because, I don't know, he lost a bad matchup or a matchup that, there was a matchup that, nobody played with Adon and GamerB wasn't even from Japan. He was from Taiwan, and it's just kind of just a rare type of random thing to run into. But I don't know. It's an upset. Upsets happen, and I don't know. And I think GamerB won the whole thing that year.
So this Phil's just trying to tell you why. Oh, this is what Justin's talking about when that's just not true. Yeah,
exactly. He's just trying to think about the first thing that happened or something like that. I don't know. And just like, oh yeah, maybe he took it like that. But other than that, I never said anything bad about Justin. I'm like, bro, there's so many times you fucking talk shit about him, dude.
Yep, and we watched. We had a Justin Wong episode about a month ago. We showed a lot of cases of him. Like,
two.
Yeah, we had two.
We had like 45 seconds of Justin Wong spread across 3 hours.
That's the thing. Just like you are just like Justin Wong though on this forums. In my memory, you say your comment and then get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you don't spend hours on the fucking forums. You know, I mean, maybe you did reading, but you write your point and get out. You know,
it's not like that today because you know what it is that you know, like once again, Phil, he just blocks off everything, all this negativity now. Before he used to have to read it and it wasn't, you know, but now the volume of it I think is just overwhelming to him and he just blocks it out. Like even on Twitter you can't say nothing to him, right? Because he just blocks everybody. And
blocks
you know,
everybody.
it's just like he just created a communication wall. It's fucking bizarre. I don't know. It's just like nobody can talk to me.
Keem complained about it, didn't he, during the interview? He was like, you're the most frustrating person to deal with because like you just open your fucking DMs to talk.
Yeah, you have no ways to communicate. Yeah, he's just blocked off all outside noise, and he just wants to be able to just talk and with his little speaker, and just people listen and just see who listens. I think. Yeah.
All right, let's keep going.
You know, taking the easy way out, only learning top tiers. You're not going to know matchups. You're going to get thrown for a loop, and that's exactly what happened when you watch that match. He had no clue how to fight Adon at all in Street Fighter 4. He got bodied.
Watch that
You know?
Okay.
How is that being hard?
Just remember, this person has not really played Cammy or Jury in Street Fighter 6.
They're too hot. They're too hot. Come on, Steve. They're too hot. They're sexy.
Yeah.
We can't do that. We're married. Very mature.
Like that was being honest about what I saw. I mean, if he had like a specific thing that he was.
How is he supposed to do this on a podcast that happened fucking years ago? Justin, could you please give me some timestamps that happened 15 fucking years
pissed
ago?
Off about that I had said. That's one thing, but it's
you're
just
sure
like
he's pissed off about that.
Digging. Dig that
like
ear
what
more.
the FGC all said.
Pulling
10
on
years
that
ago.
one, yeah.
We don't like DSP because he makes those YouTube videos and he's all popular for doing them. But you know, in real life, he wasn't. You know, he the West Coast like punked him and this and that. So what are you talking about? No, here's the truth.
All right, so West Coast punked him. I guess he's talking about you. You and Watson punked
Place
him.
doesn't get anything. I'm sorry.
Trapped him.
And then he just says, "What are you talking about?" Which it's true. And you know, as far as like anybody being jealous of him, it was more of nobody was jealous of him. We would talk amongst each other and be like maybe somebody like me or Ski Sonic, right? And we'll just talk amongst each other and be like, "Oh, can you believe that, you know, DSP's like fucking big on YouTube?" Say, "Yeah, dude, can you fucking believe that shit? Like he's such a fucking, you know, piece of shit or whatever the fuck. It's unbelievable." Like that's what we would say, but like nobody was jealous of him. Like, "Oh my god, we wish we were fucking popular like you," because I think he goes to that next. Like, "Oh, people their content didn't, you know, succeed like mine." I don't know who he's talking about. Like, Justin Wong wasn't even making content then. He was just competing and just trying to win every year in every game and just compete. So I don't know who he's talking about that made content that didn't get as big as him and was jealous of him.
Yeah. But real quick, Steve, before you get one more, Jaha, you mentioned a name in that your last little talk there. Who was that name you mentioned? Starts with
Ski Sonic.
Well,
Ski Sonic. He was on the show too. Yeah.
I'm going to announce for something right here. Ski Sonic has agreed to come on the show.
No.
Yes, he has.
Fuck off. No.
Yeah, that is a true statement. Schedule's not confirmed, but Ski Sonic is coming on, my friend.
That's awesome. I haven't talked to him in such a long time, dude. I hope he's doing well. I haven't talked to him in such a long time.
That should be fun.
Dude,
awesome.
I'm so high. He's the fucking man.
Yeah, I known him from like 2009.
And let me say, Jaha, I think your coming on gave him a last little push he needed. I think so. Thanks, Jaha, for giving the show legitimately, man. Legitimacy.
Whatever you need, man. Whatever you
10
need,
years ago.
man.
All right, let's go.
Coast like punked him and this and that. So what are you talking about? No, here's the truth. 10 years ago,
guys.
well, it was
Hang
more
on to
than
your
10
hats.
years ago now. It was like the years of 2009 through like 2011, 2012. The FGC, including Justin Wong and everyone else, hated me because I was more popular than them.
All right.
I was making videos.
So everyone in the FGC, everyone, because they want to be so popular, were pissed because Phil was popular. Okay.
Again, like assuming it's true in his head, people from the FGC are like looking at Phil's videos, going, "Look at the views, you bastard. This should be me."
Like people in the FGC, honestly, like when they see me posting stuff on Twitter, they're like, dude, he's still around.
You know what I
mean? It's like, I don't know, but he swears like people were like jealous of him or something like that. He was an afterthought after that, like, because he's going into YouTube, and he's not going to tournaments anymore. He's not playing fighting games, so he was pretty much just out of the FGC. Why would we still be talking about him? Like, the only talk would be like, oh, he's big on YouTube now. Can you believe that? Ha ha ha. Like that's it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know what he's talking about as far as like who was jealous of him, or why we're even like I don't know, like people in FGC that I talk to, yeah, they don't know anything about him. They just know that, like his fucking incident and maybe that, things like that. They don't know they don't keep up with the lore, and but they just know, but some of them are getting sucked in because they see my tweets and stuff like that, and they're like, dude, I was like, yo, you don't know the half of it or whatever.
Yeah, there's so much, if you want to go deep, there's a lot of room to run there.
Yeah, what was funny is the owner of Kwanba Sticks was messaging me and was like telling me about, because everybody was like tagging him when he was like fucking banging on a combo sticks like that it wasn't working. So yeah, he watched that and he's just laughing at him too. Yeah, because he's complaining that the product doesn't work or whatever. He's just laughing at him.
That's fucking amazing.
That's the funny case, though. You want Phil to say your shit sucks because I think that might make more people say it's good, So that's actually a positive,
Oh, you know what I was gonna do, guys? I swear is that so the Kwanba fucking Obsidian 2 arcade joystick model Q7. I have one right in front of me. The owner hooked me up for free, right? And just like, yo, we are homie, whatever. Thanks so much, whatever. And I pop it out and start playing Street Fighter 6 and at the same time I'm watching Phil fucking beg for one, right? And I'm like, dude, I was so tempted to just like maybe like throw my old fucking stick in there and mail it to him or something like that, and make him think that somebody gave it to him. And then, but the thing is that like, I don't know, you wouldn't. I was like, I don't know if I'm crossing the line or if that's too much. But I was so tempted because I'm like, dude, this is the exact same stick that he wants. I got it for free. I should just mail him the fucking empty box and make him keep that. But then he
tweeted like a picture of you holding it, going, look.
But he pulled the trigger on it fast. I only had like 1 or 2 days, right? And then he pulled the trigger and just came back and said he bought it. But
I made the decision. I'm ready to make the announcement.
Yeah.
I'm investing in fighting games on PlayStation 5.
Dude, Quagba owner, by the way, we would pump the shit out of your stuff. So please, we know Phil hates it, so like that would make us love it, So
I'm a pad player and I really want to get into joysticks. So
Quagba, come on. All right, let's go.
And everyone else hated me.
Everyone hated you. So Justin Wong, again, person that did not care about content creation at this point at all, didn't give a fuck about it. Now he does, of course, because he was smart, but he didn't then, but he's jealous of Phil.
I was more popular than that. I was making videos that was not of any kind of a skill level at all. I sucked. But my videos were very
videos were trash, dude.
I sucked. Thanks. But they loved me.
Videos that was not of any kind of a skill level at all. I sucked. But my videos were very popular on YouTube while they were struggling to make videos and content that people would watch. People didn't like the pro content. They liked entertaining content with personality, and those guys were struggling to do that. So that's why they all hated me at this point.
Yep.
Okay? I don't know what he's talking about. When on earth was I so hard on Justin Wong in a video back in the day? I have no...
He was... Okay. He's trying to find a specific video. We're not asking for a specific video. Justin didn't say specific video, just in general. You could say a general, something general.
I really don't. Okay?
I think Jaha approached him at EVO or something, right?
Yep.
EVO West, was that the San Diego event?
This is I already told this whole story.
That's
I already told the story. I don't want to talk about it again.
So we get more detail about the specific incident that you said you don't know about. There's so many incidents they're talking about. Here's
I talked about this.
Yeah, I talked about this.
Go back to my podcast on this day. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yeah, I've already talked. In fact, if you're late, I'm not going to start the fucking stream for you again.
Here we go.
Jaha and like Watson were like looking for him if he ever came down to one of the EVO events or something.
Oh, look at him! Straight in there.
Oh God! Bite!
Oh, he's ignoring.
Got hungry real fast.
Taking a good fucking chomp.
Yeah, so like he
One's
was like,
not good enough. Gotta get
I heard
two.
he was like crying and everything, so that was pretty
He's
funny.
still biting.
That was a long bite.
I was crying.
Justin said that was pretty funny.
The funny part is...
here's the... Oh, now we're going to hear the funny part.
What's the funny part,
The crying part wasn't the funny part. Let's see the funny part.
There was 4 people there. Me,
4 people.
Jay Snyder, all right, Mike Watson, and Jaha.
Okay. So now Viscount was with them, okay?
4 people.
Yep.
And what happened? I've told you the true story of what happened. That I was an alcoholic at the time, and basically...
So, Jaha, you're here. I have to ask you. So now the story is that Viscount was with Phil Burnell at the time of this happening, but I think the story is he left before that, right? Like he kind of got away, or was he still there to see this?
None of my business, man.
Jay, you talking about Viscount?
Yeah, Viscount, yeah.
They
Jay
were
Snyder.
walking out, leaving together.
Yeah.
They left the Comic-Con together, and they were walking to the parking lot to go to the car.
Yep.
We start walking after them in the parking lot, and they start walking faster, and and then when they finally get to the car and stop, that's when we confront them. And that's where, before that was when, DSP was asking Jay, like, hey, what are we going to do? And it says, they're after you.
All right, so he was there. He's not lying here. There was 4 people.
Yeah, he was
Okay.
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Angry that I guess I had said shit to them online.
I guess I had said shit.
Yeah.
I guess I said shit online. I don't really know, though. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, they just
Basically
came after me for no reason.
Yeah.
Mike Watson and Jaha were really angry that I guess I had said shit to them on.
I guess I had said shit to them. Okay, I guess.
Your Honor, I guess
we were thinking about it, if we wanted to be mad or not.
Yeah, just guess.
Your Honor,
Guess.
I guess I drove into that
debating.
bus stop full of people, but I was drunk. I can't remember.
I guess.
Took a vote on it. Yeah.
I guess.
During the mid 2000s, I guess, when I was drunk in like an IRC chat, and I had no idea what they were talking about. I literally had no clue.
Blackout.
So, like, guys,
yeah.
I'm an alcoholic. I probably was drinking and talking shit. And I have
It's always funny. guys, I'm an alcoholic. And if he was an alcoholic, guys, we would not be laughing that hard. But here's the thing. He's going to do an event, and whatever, let's say, comes up next month or this month, where you pay $100, he'll take a shot. Alcoholics don't do that. Well, maybe they do, but real alcoholics that say they're over it don't do that. So
if he was an alcoholic, he wouldn't be saying he was an alcoholic.
Yeah, well, that's true too.
Don't admit to being alcoholics. It's the first step to recovery. So
that's it. You can't fuck me up. I'm an alcoholic, bro.
Come on, bro. Come on, it's my
You
shield.
can't fuck me up, man.
You can't hit me. I've got glasses.
Yeah. I've got my hands behind my back. And you can't hit me.
So I'm like, guys, I'm an alcoholic. I probably was drinking and talking shit, and I have no clue what you're even speaking of, And I did. I told you guys. I broke down. I was like, I'm a mess. I'm an alcoholic mess. I was overweight. I was depressed.
Did he tell you guys he was overweight?
Music. Yeah, cue the piano music.
And the violin in the background.
Sir Watson, I'm an alcoholic and overweight.
We feel bad for him, and then we're like, oh, sorry, man, our bad, dude, and let you go.
I'm a mess. I'm an alcoholic mess. I was overweight. I was depressed. I was fucked up at that time.
I'd lost weight
life.
at this point.
What was the weight loss?
We really talked about this already.
Okay, so keep going, man.
I don't want to talk about it. I told the story already.
I already told you about this. Come on.
When people like this.
People like this. People like this. Say his name, Phil. Yeah. Say his name.
I heard this and this. Did you actually know what happened? Were you there? No? Then shut the
Now,
hello.
If you're not at a situation, you can't talk about a situation.
Yeah, you can't.
Right?
You weren't there.
Yeah. So people, famous sporting events. Who knows? We can't talk about it. I wasn't there.
You sure that was a score? Were you there?
Yeah, you there? Fucked. You sure about that?
Are you sure you won the Super Bowl? Were you there?
I heard this and this. Did you actually know what happened? Were you there? No? Then shut the fuck up. You weren't even there. You have no idea what happened in the situation.
But again, you're not allowed to talk about this. This is my classroom.
Was so angry at me blowing up on YouTube that this is what they would do.
This is what they would do. Talk about things that actually happened.
You're so angry about him blowing up on YouTube that you would do this sort of thing before he started YouTube.
Yes, he was not on YouTube when this event happened, guys.
Exactly,
San Diego, he was not on YouTube yet.
Yeah.
So this is amazing retcon. This is incredible. Time-bending retcon here.
GC was so angry at me blowing up on YouTube that this is what they would do. They would all talk about this shit behind the scenes. I see DSP. He's a pussy. He cried at Evo. And this and that. Were you there?
Where's the lie?
Why wouldn't we, dude?
He's a pussy. He cried at Evo and this and that. Were you there? Do you know what happened? They confronted me for talking shit to them, and I admitted to them I was an alcoholic, and my life was all messed up, and I was a depressed loser, and I cried because of that.
So okay.
So what are you talking?
I mean, let's get real. That's still very funny to a FGC community that you talk shit to all the time. If you are a normal person, that some people might feel bad for you, but not from your life on SRK is talking shit to people. Everyone's gonna fucking love it and laugh.
And it doesn't excuse you doing that.
Yeah.
It doesn't, like, depressed people don't necessarily go and, like, shitpost on fighting game forums. They're usually depressed.
It's funny when you are a hated person because of your own actions. When bad shit happens to you, it's not even that bad. They didn't even beat your ass. I mean, let's get it real. Jaha didn't lay a finger on you.
We really wanted to, though.
Yeah,
we
you guys
really
didn't.
wanted to.
So
and that's why he cried. I mean, he was scared. Like, dude, we were really gonna fuck him up. And
it's one of them sliding doors moments where you will forever wonder, like, if you had kicked the shit out of him, how much of a different person would he have been today? Would he have learned the lesson properly that way?
I think it would have wore off after a while. I think it would have wore off after a while because like I've been in fights, and sometimes it hurts more when it's your pride versus taking a punch in the face. That pain, you probably don't even feel it. You might feel a little sore after, and then it's gone. But you at least have your pride, like, hey, I fought, or I took that hit, or whatever. So at the same time, I don't think he could ever really recover that shred of pride, because he cried, and it's like publicly fucking known that that's what he had to do to get out of it.
Yeah, I mean, I love.
So don't be mad at me, guys.
No. Actually, I think it's worse. I think because if you had kicked the shit out of him, he could have picked him.
But I took it. They weren't that strong.
Yeah, exactly.
I took it like
a
man.
He could have done that. Yeah. He could have done that, or he could have been like, guys, they really assaulted me. They really fucked me up. They were like just vicious. He could have
fought back,
victimed either way.
But as I think from a pride standpoint, if you get jumped or whatever, and you take it, you could, there's some pride in that. Or if you fight back a little bit, there's some pride in that. And he pretty much cried his way out of it.
Yeah, can you imagine if you really did something?
Denominator.
I think it's better you do anything because he would fucking say like, "Oh my god, there was 20 dudes." Okay, Jaha was like the smallest of them. There's 19 other dudes, and I was fighting him. I kind of got some punches in. It was pretty close. He would say shit like that. But at the end, they got me.
Bad, the Navy SEAls.
Yeah, we would have fucked him up pretty bad, dude. Like, strong guys hit hard, man. Does damage.
So let's go back to the middle of our retcon here, where they talk shit about DSP because he was so big on YouTube, not because of any of his own actions.
He was quite doughy back then, so you might have just been like, like when you need dough when you're making like bread or a cake or something.
Bounced him around.
Yeah.
There we go.
He's a pussy. He cried at Evo and this and that. Were you there? Do you know what happened? They confronted me for talking shit to them, and I admitted to them I was an alcoholic, and my life was all messed up, and I was a depressed loser, and I cried because of that. So
I love this. This is okay, I started to see pausing. This is one of the most incredible shields being held I've ever seen. What kind of shield is he holding? He's holding a shield that has "I cried" on it. I cried because of my own I was so scared. He also
depression.
I'm depressed and I'm an alcoholic, all in the same shield.
My life is shit.
And
my life's all messed up.
Yeah,
his life's just starting too, right? Like you're in your early 20s.
25,
bro.
yeah.
Like,
your life's just starting
man.
in these. How are you?
Do you have any idea how difficult it
up?
is to get my dad to get me a 4-grill flame, like gas-powered barbecue?
I'm fat. Oh yeah,
I know depression, mate.
Yeah, I forgot. I'm fat too. I'm fat. I'm depressed. I cried. This is a shield he's holding up for pity, and that's one hell of a shield. Come on, What the fuck?
What are you talking about? But you're an idiot. You talk from a place where you don't know anything because you don't like me because I was making YouTube videos that were popular, right? That's how fucked up the FGC was.
But you weren't. This was before YouTube.
Yeah, I know. This before fucking YouTube, dude. Before.
Yeah, it's fucking bending time right now.
Yeah, time is all over the place.
To this day,
there we go.
I don't want to be a part of the FGC because of shit like this. Like Justin Wong was so hard, right? Oh yeah, he was always the hardest guy in the room.
He's not talking about himself being hard. He never said he was hard.
Yeah,
I don't think Justin Wong is interested in being hard in the slightest. He's interested in winning fucking games.
Yeah, that's it. Just being the fucking best. Like he's a fucking prodigy. He's a machine. You know.
God.
He's super fucking intelligent in fighting games. That's all he cared about. I don't know I don't know where he's going with this.
So here we go
with this guy.
Phil, keep putting words in people's mouths that Justin Wong wasn't hard. So how can he say this? Okay.
Like Justin Wong was so hard, right?
Irrelevant.
Oh, yeah, he was always the hardest guy in the room.
Irrelevant.
What are you talking about, Justin? Like it's insanity. It's stupidity. But this is what I mean. They play video games. They think they're hard and shit. Like, what are you talking about?
Justin Wong thinks he's hard. They think they're hard and shit. It seems like the only one thinks they're hard is you, because you think Justin Wong's hard. Oh yeah, Justin Wong's hard. Okay, what?
You know, it's funny, when this video came out, I tweeted and I tagged everybody that was there too.
Yeah.
So I tagged Watson, I tagged Viscount, and I tagged Watson. Yeah, so us three. So pretty much everybody that was there, I tagged all of them. And then I know one of the detractors like added DSP. I don't know if you ever saw it.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Yeah, but
he probably blocked.
Unless he's already pre-blocked. Yeah, if he's pre-blocked, then no.
Don't you love this though? The logic here is that, remember, Justin's first thought was, hey, Phil acts hard in videos, but in person he's not. Now we're talking about, now a comeback that Phil has decided to create is, oh yeah, Justin, but are you hard, Justin? What? Where's that coming from?
He thought he was hard. Justin thought he was hard because he played video games.
Okay.
He didn't.
He didn't say anything about that at all. But all right, now Justin's not hard, so that's a negative on Justin. All right, cool.
Whatever. Anyway, let's continue.
Whatever. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh my goodness.
And Phil, can I not skip this one?
And, there's the last shot. Justin Wong being jealous of DSP right here. Justin's in the chair. So that's a good shot there from Dark Side of Flow. Big ups, man. So
look at it. The bodybuilder physique right there.
Yeah, bodybuilder. Yeah, I think we found
you know what? On the
please.
Alphaism radio, did you notice that he said, like, I haven't lifted in years, right?
Yeah.
So if he's saying that, then and that was already a long time ago, and you go a couple years back. So when the fuck did you lift? Like, what are we talking about? Just high school? Like, how are you gonna,
PE? That'll be it.
Get a freaking bodybuilder, freaking physique. Just
I don't think
there's in high school.
I think he went to like literally. We found on the forums like one mention of working out, and it was like 1 week where he worked it out, and I think that's literally all it was. And then he said, "I'm a bodybuilder." He said he has experienced bodybuilding from that 1 week.
I don't know. Everybody in Connecticut says he's always had a waddle. I don't think he's ever been. That was from shout out to Queen of Suffering. She was like, "Yo, find out if did he always waddle? Like, because she noticed that he waddles, right? And I'm like, did he always walk like that and waddle and stuff like that?" And shout out to like Nerd Josh and the Connecticut guys. I asked him, and then I'm like, dude, did he always used to like waddle back? And they're like, yeah, he did.
God, waddle.
Had to confirm information.
All right, so real quick, I gotta ask you about one more story.
Problems. His fucking posture's awful.
Before we say goodnight for the night, it's been amazing.
Yeah.
And I do have to get a few more questions about one more incident that is not as talked about, but of course you shared on That Being Said, but I want to get the story again, is the story of the 300 shield, right? So I know you know what I'm talking about here. So tell us about where was this at and exactly how did it happen? Because this is a great one, a great story.
Okay, so this is in the tournament area, right? Where we're just stalking. We're just like vultures, man. We're just fucking circling Phil and stuff like that, watching him, waiting for him to go outside and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And at San Diego Comic-Con that year, 300 was the movie that they were marketing. So they gave out all these cardboard 300 shields, and everybody was walking with them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And there was one time, to kind of send a message that we're here and we see you and we're gonna fuck you up, like there was nobody looking, and I got the shield and I fucking just said, "This is Sparta," just acting like I'm just getting excited about the movie or the marketing hype, and I fucking just rammed into him with the shield, and then he started rolling on the floor like a roly-poly, watching said, and then And then that's the way Watson described it. And then so and then he gets up and then he starts like going up to the Cannon Brothers. Hey, you guys see that? You guys see that? And then the Cannon Brothers are like busy running a tournament. They're like, see what? And then they just ignore him or whatever. And so he felt like that there was like favoritism, I guess. That's why he always like kind of talks about like how the FGC had this like Illuminati, I guess. Yeah.
Yep.
But it's just because.
My bad. We're gonna play this later. We're gonna play this in a second. Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm sorry. So it's just he always talks about that, but you could see how he was an asshole. That's why he was treated like an outsider. And if you're cool, then you get some perks and this and that. But he makes it seem like the game, everything was rigged against him. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. But, so I want to know about that real quick because it's kind of loud as talked about. So what was Phil's react? He's rolling around, but like you still have to keep in your mind, like I would think, like you got to see what he's doing next, right? What does Phil do next? Like you probably didn't just walk away. Do you remember did he just kind of stand up and pretend nothing happened, or like that's kind of a big deal?
He did the roly-poly, then he got up, and then he went to the Cannon Brothers and asked them like, "Hey, did you see that? You see what he did? You see what it did?" And I just, just kind of like walked off acting like I was just being rowdy about the whatever. Maybe they did see it out the corner there. I just pretend they didn't, but I'm pretty sure they were just probably concerned about watching a tournament because they're running the tournament. You know what I mean? Eyes are on that and the clipboard and stuff like that, so they didn't see anything.
Now, you bring up the Cannon Brothers, and obviously we're going to talk about that. At some point, we're going to have to do an episode all about Cannon Brothers, because there's some history.
Yes.
So Cannon Brothers are the connection between the Cannon Brothers and Rollback Netcode, right? Is what is that connection?
That whole freaking thing, dude. Yeah. Okay, so the Cannon Brothers, right? Guys, trust me when I'm telling you, these guys are laborers of love, right?
Yeah.
Like they would run, Battle of the Bay tournaments because they just love fighting games. They wanted to see who was the best in California, and they would run these tournaments out of love. You know what I mean? Because it was just a scene trying to give that's really was the mission. We want to see who's the best in California, and run a big Street Fighter tournament. And it grew into Evo, and these guys, I don't want to share too much about them personally, but they're set. You know what I mean? Like they a lot of the years of Evo, they would run it and like break even or lose money.
Okay.
But they did it just to, just out of that love. And they never needed that money. Like I don't want they're set money wise.
Yeah.
Like they're good and it's earned. You know what I mean? Like these guys are geniuses. Like I know a lot of people, and there's not like when it comes to like programming, they're geniuses. Like for example, we're in a hotel. We're in I think Cal Poly Pomona, 2004, something like that. And some drivers weren't working to make the, something to play from the laptop to the projector.
Yeah.
The drivers weren't working. You have no internet, right? And, before you had to install drivers from a CD or something like that, right? Or get it from the internet. And there's no internet at the hotel. So the Cannon Brothers, they pull up two laptops next to each other, pop in a thumb drive, open up a script, and start typing away, dude, and make a fucking driver there on the spot and make the fucking projector work, dude. They're like genius level, bro. Like they're so fucking smart. And they're twins. I think their father's like a professor, very prestigious, whatever.
Yeah.
They earned, whatever success they have.
Yeah.
So Evo was like it was just something they just did out of love. They just run it, even if they lose money some years, break even some years. They'll be really busy, so they'll just tell Joey to run it and just show up. When it all comes together, have him handle all the planning and stuff like that. So, I just want to just let all the detractors know the context of just like who they really are versus like Phil draws them as like some like money hungry twins that like I don't know, just
Silver
would
spoon
lie, cheat, and steal for money. Yeah,
he also says they're
like
very set up. They were all, because like you imagine, like he said they had everything given to them and stuff like that. He always makes this.
It's not true.
Just like coming from Phil as well.
They worked hard. They worked hard, and they took risks and worked on projects that didn't turn out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but it's all their success is earned. They're genius level guys. You know what I mean? So, but no, with the rollback netcode thing, you know, I think there was something along the lines saying like, hey, don't badmouth GGPO because it's like the best thing we have. It's better than everything else. Maybe Capcom will buy it or something like that. But the truth is that GGPO, okay, so at the time, Xbox Live, Capcom versus SNK2 was like the first like online fighting game, and it ran like shit, right? And the Cannon Brothers, you know, they used their programming knowledge and created GGPO with rollback netcode, and they were like, yo, this feels so much better playing like this, right?
Yeah.
They offered that to Capcom for free, and it's like, hey, we created this, it works really good, you should try it, you should use it for free, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they did that. So I don't know what Phil's talking about, like, hey, shut the fuck up, we don't want you saying anything bad about it because we're trying to make money. No, the context was, don't say anything bad about it because, you know, we want Capcom to pick this up because this is, you know, an improvement. This is an improvement for the online play. And you know, and they didn't implement it too because this is how ahead the Cannon Brothers were. Like, this is a fucking some shit that they programmed themselves, you know what I mean? And it gets implemented in Street Fighter 4 in 2009. You know what I mean? So they were just that much ahead of the curve and just trying to influence it to Capcom.
Yeah.
But as far as like for monetary purposes, whatever, he's making that up. That's in his mind. Because, like I said, money-wise, these guys are set. They offered it to Capcom for free.
Yeah, so that, I mean, that story makes sense to me too, because they're trying. They always, no matter what you think about them, at that point, Phil says. I mean, ignore what Phil says. They seem to be about the community, 100%.
They are. They made it.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And they're like, dude, this runs better. You know, this is the way the game should be. Let's try to let Capcom pick it up. And then Phil's over here being a hater, talking about drop inputs, this and that. And to be honest with you, like when it comes to like drop inputs and being able to notice like flaws and intricacies, you have to be really good or you're not going to notice it. At like his level, he's just saying it because he hears other top players talking about it.
That makes sense.
You know
I told you, he can't go cult stuff. He picks up the words and things and thinks he knows what they mean. So.
Like I used to hang with this awesome, like the top Tekken player, Josh Arario. He's like the top Tekken player, and he would sit down and play, and he could notice like a delay on the screen, and I can't notice it. I'm like, this is my fucking plasma TV. I played with it all the time. It's like, no. And then like, you know what I mean? It's like, but higher level players, they can see stuff like that and feel it and notice it. And then, you know, but Phil, he's not good enough to notice that stuff. He just like saying it because he hears the other top players talking about it because they have identified it. You know what I mean?
And also, obviously, if you don't want to talk about this, I don't have an answer for this. But one of Phil's favorite things to say about the fucking Cannon Brothers is they knew about Wizard stuff, right?
Okay, I wanted to clear that up too.
Yes, please.
Okay, geographically, the Cannon Brothers, they live in the Bay Area, Northern California, right?
Yep.
Joey, Mr. Wizard, is down in Orange County, California. Okay, so it's totally different region. You know what I mean? So this was something that, you know, was happening at Golfland. But like, how do they know about it? They don't come down to Golfland to like hang out. Like they will come down for tournaments sometimes when we had tournaments, but like, you know, they're not like regulars there. They're 8 hours. They're 6-8 hours away, right, from Orange County to the Bay Area. They're totally on the other side of the state. So they weren't like SoCal guys. You know what I mean? And you know, Joey, Mr. Wizard, he just pretty much just got caught up in some fucking like cancel culture shit, if you ask me. With like a lot of people. Back in the day, Joey was like a guy that you know, when we would hang out, you never see him with a chick or whatever. So you're like, you're not sure, like, oh, maybe he's gay or whatever, this and that. But
thanks for the membership.
And then the younger kids, you know, he would so Joey, he had the fucking keys to the arcade machine, so he would fucking always have like a big fucking amount of like tokens in his fucking butt pocket, and you give him $5 and he'll fucking give you a handful of tokens or whatever, a fistful of tokens, right? And the younger kids, he would like, you know, tell them like, oh, you know, here, I'll give you some tokens if you like jump in the pool, and we'll, you know, and everybody fucking, the older guys will just like laugh at you. You know what I mean? Type of stuff. And, you know, And he was very private, so we never knew anything about him. Like, you never seen him with a chick, this and that, but you never knew his business either. Like, what if he's, gay or just not into chicks and just into just super being a gamer nerd? There's some people that are like that, know?
Yeah.
But whatever, you don't pry into it. But then there was, some kind of like messages between him and one of the other guys.
Yeah.
And those logs were, always around, but nothing ever happened. And then, Evo got big, cancel culture year comes around, and that shit gets leaked, and, Joey's fucking pretty much, canceled, dude, because it's like a serious matter when you're talking about like pedophilia, this and that, you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's the context of that. Like, I don't know what he's talking about. Like, the Cannon brothers, like, knew about all this. Like, nobody knew anything because you never seen him do anything. Like, his life was like, you never seen his personal life.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
He was private.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, he was private. Like, you just like, we would like, you see him at the arcade or we'd hang out, but you never seen like what his personal life was like, dating anybody, with anybody. It just wasn't. So what did they know? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Nobody knew anything.
He likes to say that he knew. Yeah, just to make Cannon Brothers look worse. He says like, oh, they knew about it, but that's of course. Yeah. Why would he know what they know? Is my question. Why would Phil know what they know when he doesn't know about anybody?
When he's totally out of that circle, right?
Yeah.
If anything, I'm in that circle. Yeah, I'm in that circle, and I knew what the dirt was about and all this other stuff. And I know about a lot of other stuff because I was actually there and in those groups. You know what I mean? But so he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's an East Coaster. He's on the outside. Yeah. And I was a West Coaster, and he's talking about West Coast people.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know the geographics of like where the fuck people live. You know what I mean? That the Cannon brothers are fucking on NorCal, and Joey's in SoCal. And then even when they're doing Evo together, like the way it was is that Joey would, be in charge of like all the storage, running the event, booking a place, all this stuff, and then the Cannon brothers would just show up like on Evo and just run it. You know what I mean? I'm sure they're involved in all the planning and stuff like that, but all this is happening remote. They're not like, they'll meet up at Evo. Yeah, you know what I mean? So like, I don't know. There's no. It was just like a remote working relationship, and they just meet up those 3 days and work and run the event, and it all comes together. But that's about it. I don't know what they're talking about. What the narrative that Phil's making up. So
Phil did say that. Misery Merchant did say that. Good point. Phil said like everyone knew about it too. He has said that as well. Like everyone knew about it, but no one could record it to kind of say anything. That's how Phil's saying like that's why I didn't do anything because I couldn't record it. He said everyone knew about it.
Record what, dude? Like all it was. There's this kid named Crack Porn that there was logs of a chat between them, and that's what got Joey canceled. Right. But nobody knew about anything. Not even everybody knew about those logs, and nobody ever saw him do anything. It was just like kind of just rumors. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because rumors like, hey, dude, never seen this guy with a chick, before. Maybe he's gay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Nobody knew anything. Nobody saw anything. I don't know what he's talking about, because if there was some dirt, I wouldn't be afraid to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Steve, any final questions for Jaha? I want to go today before we close up today. What a show it's been. Had a lot of fun. But Steve, any questions?
Yeah, could I hit you up after my operation to start out like a workout routine? So
man. Yeah, dude. You need to put like a fucking roach shell on your back, dude. I think Bane fucking, tried breaking Phil's back and it didn't work, and then Bane tried breaking your back and he got you good. Didn't have the fucking pig roach shell on your back.
There we go.
To protect you from damage. But hey, that clip from Alphaism Radio was a real surprise, man. I didn't know you had that.
It's awesome, dude. That is so fucking awesome, dude. Yeah. It's like it just shows that you said what we all wish we could say, man. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. There's so many of us who would be like, oh, I wish that was me.
Yeah.
I wish it was me saying shut the fuck up to Phil.
And it needed doing. It needed doing, but it just happened in the fucking backward fucking timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So obviously, link to your Twitters down below. Can I send it anywhere else, Jaha? What are you doing? What are you keeping up with? Anything online we could expect from you, or just doing your Twitter thing and that's
really.
it? Or?
Yeah, that's about it. No content or anything from me, guys. I love enjoying fucking all the detractor content. Shout out to everybody, man. Like Vega, Chill Murray, fucking Duty Streams, everybody, man. Fucking Memeology. I know I'm forgetting a few, but I watch all you guys' shit every day, man. I fucking love it.
Awesome, man. We can tell, and that's cool because you keep up with it, man. You're our window back into the past.
I'm in the vortex, man. I'm in the DSC vortex, and I try to tell some of these guys, like, you guys don't fucking know. Like, I try to explain it to them, and they're like, no fucking way. Like, just the whole how he treats his audience like a classroom, but then he'll like beg them for money, and I don't know, it's just fucking, and they're like, dude, get out of here, man. I'm like, dude, you won't believe it. And then this happened and this happened. There's so many fucking different arcs and shit. Like there is with the like when he won his bankruptcy, I felt like that. Fuck, man. Like my favorite team just lost a Super Bowl. Like I can't believe we got it, man. That fucking sucks. He's all good now, but then he still manages to fuck his own shit up. And there's been some monumental fucking moments that we've had this year overall, and I just really like seeing how there's so many different guys with talent putting it together, because like dude, the music that you guys been the people have been putting together, the art, the videos, it's really a great community that you guys built here. And I just hope to, I hope it just like continues to grow and people collab with each other and stuff like that. Cause it's funny as hell, man. It's like you get what Phil puts out, but then it gets fucking like amplified, right? With these fucking edits and songs and everything and the art. I love it, man. It's fucking amazing to watch. Great community.
Thanks for being a big part of it. You're a hero for a lot of us. And, we hold you in high regard here for sure. So thanks a lot, Jai. And we'll definitely get you back. Definitely gonna make that happen again. We could always talk about, love to hear the old stories, and more shit we find, I'm sure we could add your opinions to those as well. So definitely coming back.
Anytime you need something vetted, dude, let me know.
Awesome. So we're gonna watch this one last 1 minute and 44-second video by the King of Crybabies HD. It is called DSP versus Jaha, the beginning. Let's watch it. Then we'll say goodnight, everybody. You're all legends. Thanks so much, everybody, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you, everyone.
Let's go.
And I'm fucking getting up in his face, asking why the fuck he's talking shit, what the fuck's his problem, and he's fucking just, just fucking cowering and all fucking scared.
Fuck you! How is that fair? It's the way. Block. Get up and block.
DSP, stop recording. Nobody gives a fuck.
No!
His gums were fucking flopping.
Fuck you! Get the fuck out of here, scrub. Unbelievable.
He was talking a bunch of shit against like the top Marvel players.
I was blocking.
Shit will get real if you keep freaking running your mouth, man. He just sits there and just does nothing.
My God.
And I don't know, all of a sudden he thinks he's like Mr. Popular, like, all the freaking children
What the
on
fuck?
the streets and freaking hold them in the air. He's just enjoying fucking getting mad.
What the fuck, dude? This guy fucking sucks dick.
Dude, you think you're fucking good, then play us on the fucking arcade version for any fucking amount of money.
Fucking asshole, again.
Don't fucking, say my name, keep my name out of your fucking...
I didn't touch anything! That is fucking bullshit!
It's too good.
The fucking beauty of the fighting game community is that, you can hide behind the fucking screen and talk shit, just like how we have these internet trolls. But with Street Fighter, you have to show up physically to the fucking tournament. Phil is either gonna do one or two things. The reason we fucking had to run him down, and this happened fucking twice, is because the guy likes to talk a lot of shit. It's funny because he just like talks so much shit on the internet, but when you run into him in fucking person, he's just fucking, turns white as a ghost.
Fucking idiot. What a totally earned victory.
Totally unearned.
Totally earned.
Amazing. All right, bye everybody. You're all fucking legends.
Guys.
Don't forget.
Later,
Bye.
everybody.
Later, guys.
get